It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us make it, helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for. Yeah. Listen, I'll be honest, if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know.
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Help
sign
us.
Up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving. That's what we are. Look at me.
Look at him. Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one.
Boom. It's happening.
What's going on?
What are we jumping on?
Oh, no.
You're on Gut Watch.
Gut Watch?
Yeah.
I'm always on Gut Watch.
Right, my gut comes out, you need to let me know. I need better friends. He's shit.
I'm fat shaming you enough to the point where people are thinking I'm bullying you now. And I'm not. He's asked me to fat shame him more because he thinks it's... We both got a theory that fat shaming is necessary.
I think
not
so,
a theory, really, is it? It's personal preference, isn't it? I think you should say to people, I'm happy to be
I'm never going to notice how big I get.
I think shame is always like used like it's a bad... People should feel more shame. Shame is
absolutely.
good. Like if you have something to be ashamed of, you should feel shame about it.
Yeah, but then James just constantly feels shame.
Yeah.
Don't you?
What's your biggest source of shame?
At the bottom
pride. Weight.
Your pride is your biggest source of shame.
Yeah, lack of it.
You have a lack of...
Yeah.
But that's just what shame is. That's not...
Right. Okay.
See this now.
What's just happened now?
Yeah, well, you should. Yeah, and you should.
And I should. Yeah, I'll go home now and I won't sleep. I think. Oh,
good.
Yeah, you think about a lot of things, don't you?
Yeah, I didn't sleep until 4 a.m. last night.
You didn't sleep till 4 a.m. last night?
No.
Oh, you need to have a baby, mate.
What were you thinking about?
Just life.
Right.
Death.
Yeah, and just sort of
thinking about why you can't go to Alan Partridge anymore.
Yeah, because I'm not friends with my friends anymore.
There's a story there that we don't know.
What's on about?
I mean, there's a huge like.
He's friends with. Oh, that's why.
There's a huge plot hole
you've had a
in the
fallout
podcast already that I need to have filled in for me.
What's his Partridge reference?
He's trying to sell Partridge tickets.
Not on the sat. Not like.
No, he's not like
hustling.
No.
Right, so you had tickets to see Alan Partridge live.
Yeah.
And why are you trying to sell them?
Because I fell out with my friends.
Right, where are they for?
At Liverpool.
What date?
11th of May, Wednesday.
Okay. For Alan Partridge, yeah?
Just get the admin out the way.
Alan Partridge?
Yeah.
How much?
50 quid.
For the pair?
It's a lot, that, isn't it?
For each. 50 quid each is 4.
Each ticket, £50.
Yeah.
Catherine Ryan's 85 quid a ticket, you know.
Catherine Ryan, fuck off.
100%.
I saw on the Lowry, she wasn't that much when she won.
Sure, it was 85 quid.
So 50 quid a ticket, Alan Partridge live.
I paid 55 for them each.
Right, sound. I'll text your friend now.
So you've knocked off £5 for the.
Because he's that good of a guy, Alfie.
Yeah, that's no handling fee.
He doesn't want Elliot to come back on him illegal, going, hang on, I've sold these for less than I bought them for. Because if he thinks he was making a profit, that would be illegal, and then you get done, wouldn't
you? Yeah, and I'll be like, oh,
anyway, just introducing the guests this week.
I think my friend will have them.
Okay.
We'll find it after the pod.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't know, it seems a bit
None of your friends strike me as Partridge fans.
That's actually also an assumption I'd made as well.
Yeah, well, one of my best friends is a huge Partridge fan. Huge.
May I ask what happened with you and your friends?
Well, hang on. So this week, guest, debutante.
Let's finish this bit first, eh?
Why?
You just feel like a nice...
but he's a debutante. You need to introduce a debutante.
Oh, God. Go on, then.
So, debutante Alfie Brown.
Hi.
And stalwart, shut up. And stalwart of the podcast, Jim Allen, 3rd time's a charm.
Hello.
Hat-trick ball.
Yeah.
You get to take a beer home with you now. Go on,
I'll leave
what
that for a
happened to
bit.
your
Leave that
friend?
for
You
10
now
minutes.
can't drink.
I can't. Yeah.
He's genuine. Yeah.
You've ruined that. I think you done it on purpose because the only reason you took it is because Alfie told you to take a beer.
No, I will sip it.
Sip it.
I'll sip half of it.
Go on, what happened?
Sip it.
So what happened between you and your mate? You were telling us? It's not twisty, top me.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Be careful because you've just shook that.
What?
Do you want one of mine? And I'll sit that
It'll be sound.
Already not sound.
Look at that.
Have one of mine.
Yeah, but
It's
it would
alright,
have been better if he did it and it went over his kecks.
Look at that grip.
Yeah, but that's more things for him to like just think about tonight.
Basically,
Or he's got a good night's rest.
One hand, nice.
I just like.
Homer Simpson-esque.
Just over the counter one hand.
Thank you.
Cut your nails, you tramp.
Can you balance a bottle of a can of lager if you slouch down enough?
Hmm?
If you slouch down, can you do like Homer?
The only reason it's moving is this lead.
That's great.
Could you drink it?
Oh, for those of us on Gut Watch, we're now working overtime, by the way.
Fucking hell,
That doesn't need to be a shame. That's celebration.
great.
This is who I am.
Yeah, I
quality.
think that's fat. That's a very that's fat celebration.
There's
Body
perks.
positivity.
Yeah, there's perks.
That's body positivity to
Yeah.
coin a phrase.
Yeah.
Yes,
If you lost a lot of weight,
wouldn't be able to do
Gut
that.
watch, isn't it?
Cheers, mate.
It's okay,
I
no
need to
worries.
put my hoodie on, but I forgot to do it. When I'm
Is this how much over the years has your body weight like oscillated between? Is this
Can you just say fluctuated? Why did you say oscillated?
same syllables? What's the problem?
It's just sounds. You made me have to think. You said fluctuated. Going, oh yeah, I don't know what that is. Oscillated means you had to go. Well, in that sentence, I assume that's what that means.
You were immediately able to think of a synonym, weren't you?
Yeah, but I'm quite clever. I'm trying to think of the listeners.
Well, yeah, but don't
And Wozniak.
talk.
Fuck off. My vocabulary is great.
I don't think you should be speaking down to your listeners. I think this is a highly.
I think they know.
I think they know what's what. They certainly
Right.
do now. They've learned something, haven't they? Oscillated, fluctuated.
Right. So how much is my weight fluctuating?
Similar, not the same.
You speak. You hesitate a bit with your speak. Like, I like the way that I try and do that sometimes if I'm trying to be funny.
Right.
Not be funny, but like when you know when
you try to be-
no, you know when like people when you like clever people speak.
Yeah.
And they're going and they think about what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do that. It's good.
Yeah. You can't do that. 'Cause
I can do that if I wanted to.
No one will believe your pause was for thought.
Nah, I can do it if I want to. I was saying this to you before. Sometimes if I'm in flow and I go, that was a good word, I've just come out with then. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm speaking to someone and I'm trying to be.
I don't think clever people congratulate themselves on the use of words.
yeah.
No, but if I just, you know,
There
you
you
say,
go.
you know, you say a good
Yeah,
sentence.
but that wasn't a pause for thought. That was a pause for I'm getting that off here. What the fuck?
9 months pregnant, that one.
That was
You know
survival.
when you get forget it. What? Go on.
Where were we? Right, how much is my weight? We'll come back. So we need to find out what happened with you and
That's
your
okay,
friend. My weight, absolutely. Quite skinny until I was about 18, and then so you know what it was? 23. Started losing my hair, give up, and then a few years ago lost about 5 stone. Went on Aldi, put it all back on again. Not in that one holiday, but went on Aldi, never went back to gym. Well, went on 2 holidays, went to Benidorm with the lads, and then went to Italy with my wife.
You lost 5 stone.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of weight.
Yeah, it was easy. You just stopped eating, went to the gym loads.
And are you aware now that like you go, oh well, you know, I could just not eat.
The problem is, I've done it that easily that it's now made me a little bit complacent to the thought of, you know, when people are like, oh, I need to sort myself out at some point. Mine's always like, yeah, well, how easy was it last time? I'll just do it again at some point soon.
How long does it take?
About 6 months, maybe.
Have you ever been fat? You've got quite fat energy.
You do look a bit trimmer since I last saw you.
BFE.
What, a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
You know, I have been
BFE,
fat.
big
Yeah.
fat
You
energy.
do look slimmer. You look more haggard, but slimmer.
Well, I like the haggard look. You're haggard as well.
I'm very haggard.
And like wise old owl, but wise old elf. But no, Yeah, I was like 17.3, I think was the heaviest on the scale.
You got, I'd say, chubby. You weren't really fat.
No, I was fat.
Was you?
For me. I'm not.
And now you post gym videos.
I did, but then I've stopped going.
And also kept losing followers. Every time he posted the gym video,
no, but the problem with doing the gym video was that I could never. I didn't have any space on my iPhone, so I'd never know if it was gonna do it.
That's the big problem.
It was stressing me out. I was like, what am I going to delete next? Like, there's a video of my child or me doing 5 deadlifts. I know what one's going, and it isn't a deadlift.
Which one are you most proud of?
Yeah,
oh, for fuck's
but it's like with Keo going, like, what's the proudest moment? Like, seeing your child being born or doing something like that, or scoring that free kick in Sunday League. Like, I would go back and watch the Sunday League goal, hands down, every time. But anyway, so have we done your weight thing then?
I don't know. Are you satisfied with that?
See, there's the pause.
No. At what point, what weight would you need to get to before you decided, like, what's the breaking point?
What's my? Oh, do you mean to lose it again?
To lose it again, yeah.
Just when I can't buy clothes easy.
It's a piece of piss now.
Because I'm a large.
Yeah, but you know what? So I can still buy clothes relatively easy from Next. I still buy jeans from Levi's. So
you're a large in what brand, may I ask?
But like they're all well, we're not in Arquette, which is a particularly funny place to have in Liverpool, by the way. What I say, Arquette.
I don't know what you're on about.
Arquette, it's in Liverpool.
No. Used to be American Apparel.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Well, where American Apparel
I used to love American Apparel, mate. That was back when I was in I wouldn't say emo pop punk days.
Really?
Emo.
I wouldn't say emo. It was my pop punk days. Used to wear a rope belt and V-necks and
a rope belt.
Very powerful colours.
Mo Sizzler. A rope belt.
Yeah, but not like a piece of rope, like a rope belt. You know, and I'd leave.
Oh, with them things that you pull the silver thing on, the silver clasp.
And I'd leave the exhibit dangling down.
Oh God, they were fucking shite. Weren't they?
Every time that we see each other, you're just so not who I expected you to be when we first met. I adore you.
It's all gonna come out.
I don't think you know when we first met.
Sorry?
I don't think you know when we first met.
No, I definitely don't. Because when we first met in my brain, you said good to see you again. Yeah. And I went, oh.
On purpose.
Oh no, I've
no idea. That was on purpose.
Yeah, because I've no
idea. It was a power move that. Because first time we met, I thought you were So the first time we met was in a green room in Hot Water in the Steel Street. We were both doing solo shows. I was doing the big room.
What, solo show?
Yeah.
You?
Yes. Alfie was doing, obviously, the smaller room. And I went to say hello. And it was just like you completely ignored me. You was like, sort of like, and then went back to your notes.
Oh.
And I was like,
like in visceral disgust of what a bad guy I am.
What a prick. There's no conversation to be had, so I just walked out and went and talked to somebody else. And I was like, what a cunt. And then it said to Ro, fucking this Alfie Brown at the show the same time as me, the other week. He's an absolute cunt. And he was like, oh, yeah, he can be like that. But he's dead sound, you know. And I was like, well, my experience of him, he was a cunt. And he was like, yeah, he's dead sound. Proper loves Liverpool. And I was like that was Rose sort of like, no, you'll forgive him. He probably loves Liverpool. And I was like, right, okay. And he's like, yeah, honestly, like gets like his week's ruined if they lose. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the next thing was, can you get Alfie a ticket? And I was like, ugh, that cunt.
What year was this?
See, that's a bit like
a couple of years later. And then I was a bit like, and then so it did. It was like, oh, all right, yeah. And then he turned up in a tote bag and yellow socks. And I was thinking, I was so right about you.
What do you mean? So at what point have you changed your mind about me?
Oh yeah, don't. I think you're lovely now.
At what point did you change your mind? Because that was like the second time, and then we went to the game again together. So it must have been. I did think when we first met in my brain, because I have no recollection. Yeah. Also, I was about to do a show. I was so nervous, and also a big thing for me about gigging in Liverpool is that I get more nervous gigging in Liverpool.
What you need to understand, Alf, is he doesn't get nervous before gigs because he knows he's going to do well. So what he does is he enjoys the time before the gig because he's sad when the gig's over because he knew it was going to go so well. And once it's over, he's like, oh, because he doesn't die. Do you know that?
I've seen you shadow box 2 minutes beforehand, just going.
Nerves, excitement in it. Can't wait to get on.
You can't think of a time he's died on stage.
I was sharing an agreement once with a comedian called Toju, who was kickboxing violently before going on stage. And
oh God, no, nothing vigorously enough to break sweat.
He actually I drove him to the gig. I can't remember. I think it was at a football club in South somewhere, and he came into the car with headphones on and just nodded at me. Sat in the back of my car all the way there. It was me.
Why did you continue to drive him?
Sorry,
What's he gonna do?
Oh. He holds the record for the comedian thrown out of car journeys most number of times.
Does he, yeah?
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone.
I've heard he can be a bit of a dick.
I wouldn't have
you
driven.
know who he is?
Yeah. I've heard stories of him at I think it's Reading, just the tonic. Have you heard it?
No.
I think it might be it might be wrong, but he goes on, does his opening, does well or something, then he goes to the green room. And then the next act's on in the middle, but he starts setting up his DVD stand and then walking around the audience whilst the middle act's on, trying to get them to buy his DVD.
He was on Balls of Steel, hosted by Mark Dolan.
No way.
Is that him?
He played a character called Militant Black Guy.
Oh, is that him? I know who that is. Yeah.
Well, maybe
I wouldn't have pressed my accelerator or the clutch. I'd have sat in and waited for him to get in the front.
I was quite a sort of nervous and small boy at this point.
Was when you first started, sort of thing.
Yeah. So I didn't. It was just Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions in the end, but he was shit. But
what are you gonna do if he goes? I'm not sitting in the front.
Oh, you're not getting a lift to this gig, then. Get out of my car. I'll make your own way.
Yeah. Was he like closing or anything? Like was he sort
of
was
closing? Yeah.
And then were you newish? So therefore,
was it like
I was doing the middle? I was doing the middle spot.
Did you get the gig just to give him a lift?
Yeah, Mirth Control was mainly based around driving.
Yeah.
It was a Mirth
gig.
Right.
So you were on as the London driver.
Yeah.
Right. So he just took advantage of that, hasn't he? Like massively gone. You're just my driver, mate. So just get on with it.
I'd have been like, "Yep, fine."
I wouldn't.
Werther's original.
I just wouldn't have gone. Yeah. So when we first met, I thought you were a cunt.
Mm.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, well, this guy doesn't like me for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know why. You're on the cop with a tote bag and yellow socks on, and you don't know why.
I do regret that, and I don't know quite why I was wearing yellow socks. Is such a bold decision, and one that doesn't seem like necessarily completely characteristic of me. Tote bags are just fucking convenient, and I make no apology about tote bags.
Why are they convenient? Are they the ones that are like a shopping bag?
Yes.
How's that convenient?
Yeah.
You can put it on your shoulder.
Why don't you get a backpack?
Yeah.
But sometimes
what's the bit of convenience that that bag gives you over a backpack or one that's like a single arm?
I think what it is that if you have...
Go on.
Yeah, thank you. I think what it is...
I mean, it makes you look like a grand with it, doesn't it? Like,
oh, mate,
with the perm and all that, and that it's like a little.
He walked away.
Give me too much Danny Zuko. Okay,
that's why I got go on, carry on. What's the convenience of the?
I think the thing is, if you have a small amount of things to put in there, or like you have very little, to the extent perhaps even if at one point you don't have anything to put in there, then there's no need to carry the tote bag. You can put it in your pocket. But you can't do that with a backpack. But if you've got loads of stuff in there, also it is.
How do you not know what you're going to have?
Because I
reads a lot.
I read a lot.
I might pick up a book from the station and go, I need to take this with me now.
What else am I going to carry my Financial Times in?
Your pocket?
Yeah.
Yellow socks are also like away colours, so
it was just
if anything,
we know
right. So you just got a bag for life, basically.
I promised Alfie you'd wear white socks as well today. I feel I've let him down.
Well, they're all in the wash.
Oh,
I wouldn't put white socks. I won't put a white sock on with a black boot.
All right.
That'd be too far. Although you will do that, won't you? You and I respect that.
A white sock with a what?
A white sock with a black shoe.
Yeah.
I respect that move. I would
I mentioned this on the other one, but that is what I've into with Irvin Welsh. He said that when he created Begbie in Trainspotting, it was white socks with black shoes is like the mark of a psychopath. And that's what was the trigger.
Yeah, so fucking watch
and
it.
a Tory.
What, you got in that tote bag?
I don't think I think Tories wear black socks.
No.
I don't think this Tory thing that you like. It just uses kind of interchangeable with things you don't like.
I think there's some things that are like you can't call someone like a Tory for.
Right, white socks. I know, and I'm not even like Liverpool. I know white socks with your black shirt, you would get done. If you had white socks on with your uniform, like that, it's over for you. And I'm not even. I'm
Tory
not even
cunt.
Not even Tory cunt. Right. Just a nerd. Just a fucking gimp.
It's a gobshite.
Yeah, like oh my god, look at him.
Nerd, gimp, gobshite. I like this. Okay,
yeah, that's what it would be.
What about ankle socks?
I don't mind them. Well, it depends.
What do you mean?
Ankle socks to the point where they're visible, or visible ankle socks.
Oh yeah, you've got to.
Like if you took your shoes off at someone's house and they saw it was.
You know, with your shoe on. I'm talking.
Yeah, with your shoe on.
You can see the ankle sock, or you can't.
Not ideal.
Briefly,
not ideal at all.
You want invisible socks, really?
Is that more of a Lib Dem?
What you Lib Dem for ankle
yeah.
socks? Well, it depends. Would you wear white ankle socks with a white? You can wear white ankle socks with a white trainer.
I only wear white ankle socks.
Right, what about you wearing black trainers?
I don't wear black trainers.
So you only wear white trainers?
Yeah.
Are you looking for my socks?
No, I know what colour your socks are.
Imagine if you had white
polka
ones
dots,
for whatever reason.
What?
Polka dots.
Yeah.
See, I can't. That sock needs pulling up. It needs pulling up. I have them right to the top.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Like a football player.
Crinkled socks.
Yeah,
that sort
you
of fall
can't.
down.
That's.
bonkers.
I mean, actually, again, it's. I don't dislike it if that's what you're going for.
Like that.
But in terms of
also,
just
you're wearing a dress sock with a trainer. That's fucking mental. That's mad. A sport sock with a sports trainer.
You're wearing tennis socks.
Yeah. Because it's a trainer, isn't it?
With
so
a
I'm wearing
fleece.
sports socks.
Tennis socks with a fleece.
Listen, I'm wearing a fleece because this is my second podcast appearance this week, and I didn't want to be wearing the same shirt as in the other one. Okay, so I've put on the fleece as a courtesy to you to distinguish this day and my attire from my other hit podcast appearance. Thank you very much.
Fleece is it zip, half zip or full zip? Full zip. Fleece?
Also,
You've been home between the podcast. You could have got another shirt.
I know.
He likes that look, and I like it as well.
Also, I'm a dad. So I'm a weird dad.
We're all dads here.
I know. I thought we'd talk about it, so I wanted to dress like one.
Right.
Yeah, I like. Again, I'm not. I like the way you've moved with the fleet. I don't think I could go for that just yet.
Right. Okay.
You've got the Kelly Jones stereophonics.
You like a little quarter zip?
I like it. I like a half zip. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's quarter zip, not a half zip, but okay.
Zip neck. I'll go zip neck.
Oh, we'll agree on zip neck. Right.
You actually gave me the best piece of advice I've never taken, because we met 3 years ago after like a hot water gig, and someone went, "Do you want to come for some drinks at a Jacaranda?" To like Alfie Brown. I was like, "Oh no way, cool." And I was like proper nervous.
No way, I'm not going.
I know. I was like, I don't want to like blow smoke.
I don't know who that is. Get in.
No, I don't want to like blow smoke. But I was like, "Oh no way, cool." And I was going to Edinburgh that year, and I was like,
the festival.
Yeah. No, just holiday.
Hogmanay, actually.
Any advice?
Just to see the tattoo.
It's cold, mate.
And I was like, I don't know to like ask him for like any tips. And I went, excuse me, Mr. Brown. I was like,
Mr. Brown.
I'm doing
Paddington Bear.
He'd love that.
Yeah. Ever since then, he's worn fleeces.
Hearing it again is just. I don't quite remember the occasion, but just hearing that has given me a little bit of a memory kind of lob on.
I joined the evening a bit late, so everyone was a bit merry. It's a big fan. I'm doing a AAA showcase at the Fringe this year. I just wondering.
You went, fuck off.
I was just wondering if you had any advice, and you went, "Fucking don't do it," and then turned around.
What? There's somebody else being. I don't remember that, and I don't remember that. And
I know. The thing is, I've put the deposit down.
It's good advice.
Yeah. Solid advice.
Really, really. I'm gonna have to kind of
Did you get any money
address. I'm gonna have to speak to all this about with my therapist. I'm not a therapist, but I would, I might.
I mean, in terms of
Jesse's your therapist.
Jesse's my therapist.
Jesse, do any tell first impressions?
In terms of hindsight-based advice,
it
was pioneering.
Yeah, but it probably did you good, didn't it? Going up to Edinburgh, having 30 days of gigging to no one.
Yep. A lot of Black Mondays.
Just squeeze 7 months worth of pros and cons into 1 month. Make anyone good.
What year was that?
2018.
Wow.
Alfie's trying to think what headspace he was in at that point.
I mean, it's the same year that probably that I.
Was
no,
it?
no.
I don't know.
The year that that would have been 2019 that
EB won the league, wasn't it? Did you call?
that we met.
Yeah. If you want to know when it softened, it was. I thought you were okay to talk to, but my opinion hadn't changed. And when you went to the toilet, I turned around and went, "What the fuck have you got me a ticket for? Like, look at the state of him. Like, do you realise I have to sit here every week?" And like Ro was like, I didn't know he was going to come like that.
I mean,
like Ro went,
if you're saying, look at
I
the
love him,
state of
but like, I didn't know he was going to come like that. And I think the next match, I think we talked a bit, and I was like, oh, he's all right. Next match, I was like, oh, you know what, he's sound. You'd made more effort to fit in a bit more, I think. And I think I've gone, I appreciate that effort. So
Yeah.
I'd completely
I
softened.
came like Sandy at the end of Grease, didn't I? What's up, stud? And you were suddenly
Pair of
pleased that
110s.
I changed
How
my
would
entire
you-
personality to fit in with you.
how would you dress him then if you could, when he comes to match? Would you want him in what? Nike Air Force?
Well, a standard pair of black socks would be nice.
Right.
I don't mind the Reeboks; they're fine, whatever. Other than that, he's fine. You just don't want to. Well, you just don't want to stand out that you're Southern, do you? Like, and then the worst kind of Southern, the kind of one that goes like, "Oh, I've got funky socks on. Oh, what am I like?"
The worst kind of Southern, which is, oh, look at me.
Yeah.
I've got funky socks on.
Look at me. Haven't I not got a... Look at my personality. It's on my ankles.
That's fair. That is fair. I was skeptical at first, but actually now you've put it like that, I'm quite taken with that assessment of negative characteristics of Southern people.
Yeah, so other than that, it's fine. You just try and be a scout. I think in most places, especially places like Liverpool, you've got to do your best to not stand out.
Yeah.
So the second game was the Bournemouth game, and I sat in the
Centenary. Oh, Kenny, want to?
No. I sat in the main stand, but and you and Adam sat up there, but we went for a pint beforehand.
Yeah.
So that would have been when I made my good impression.
I wore Timberlands to Anfield once,
Wow.
Right.
like
School trip.
DMX
Incredible.
against Norwich.
Did you have baggy jeans as well?
No,
Badly
I had
fitted baggy
skinny
jeans.
jeans. And
You are capable of some like worldy moves, aren't you, with your style?
yeah,
Big block.
Every now and then,
Big
Tim's,
block Timberlands on
you've
and
gone
skinny jeans.
black shirt, white tie, haven't you?
yeah.
Like that. That's
Like the
gangster.
Hives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, woof. That's great.
That is
Yeah.
gangster,
That was
isn't
his
it?
prom, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
yeah,
I went
yeah.
to prom in a tuxedo once in year 6.
Oh, yeah, you remember? Yeah,
That's what I mean. He can move a bit mad, can old Jimbo, every now and then.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think he thinks he's moving mad. I think he thinks people are gonna go, "Oh my god, that's so good!"
Yeah.
Like,
You've got to first master the rules before you break them, haven't you?
yeah.
And then he's just gone, nah, I'm just... And I respect the fact that
And
he's gone,
also-
I don't know the rules yet, but I'm going to smash right through the barrier.
Mid-noise hill, the Tims were all loose. Mine were fastened up, all eyelets, all done.
Right.
Secure. Feet were secure, like a wrestler's boot. Wasn't going anywhere.
Fucking strangling them.
Yeah.
Like strangling the laces.
I think sometimes if you got to explain your outfit, you can make it so you can explain the I don't know what the word is.
No, because I know what's gone on in his head when he's gone to prom in like a tux or something. It's like he thinks what's going to happen is, when like she's
go on,
all
Dad.
she's all that. When like she takes off the glasses and lo and behold, she was fit the whole time. He thinks if he goes with some kooky outfit, they're gonna go, "Oh, he wasn't a loser. He was just funny. It's just Jim."
I think you'd look great in a tuxedo. I can piecing this together. I think that is.
I've seen the photo of when he went to prom. I wouldn't.
Well, judging from
How far back have you scrolled through my Instagram?
I think you posted
2015.
something
you do,
like
you do love it. You
know
share
when
from
you
the
do
bad,
your sort
from
of
the bad old
memory
days.
Yeah, that's true, yes.
when you do your memory things,
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
you'll throw up a thing saying, "Oh, look how cool I was," and it's
Oh,
like you
yeah.
looking anything but cool.
Yeah.
I think might want to have been
Oh, okay.
one of them.
I'll forgive you.
I will say this though: in your more recent balls that you've been to, you look very dapper. I think you look.
Thank you.
You move
Oh,
well.
styles.
That means a lot coming from Road Belt. No, seriously, that is very kind. Thank you.
How long have you been wearing a leather jacket for?
So I've been trying to push this into play for a while now.
Well, I know.
And,
it feels like...
Ask him the rules of a leather jacket.
What do you mean?
You just got to wear it for 2 months.
I had this
not
with
acknowledge
Bolton.
what you look like, and then you feel
I
fine.
had this with Liam Bolton, and we talked about the coat I've got as well, the long coat now.
Yeah.
Now, any shift in your style that you choose is going to be noticed, and you're going to get you're going to rightfully get stick for it. You've got to take that.
Yeah.
You've got to get over that.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
So the leather jacket obviously was massive because I entered the leather jacket straight with the biker. I didn't go with like racer.
So it wasn't a slick leather jacket.
Yeah, because
no.
this is just a bit subtle. Yeah. I went straight in with biker.
Yeah. I like that leather jacket. I'm not a fan.
I know you're not a fan of the biker, but I've gone with it now. See, I've gone with it now, and I bought it a size too big. And then I went, oh, this is too big. And the fit is everything. You can't be wearing the leather jacket.
What, we talking couples?
Okay. Is that why you started going to the gym?
Oh, no. It's just what, sorry?
Is that why you started going to the gym?
Yeah, because I spoke to you about this, haven't I? I wanted to wear a nice brand again before it got too far.
Yeah.
I wanted that for myself before it gets to 38, and it's like, this is harder to maintain.
His little gift to himself was being able to shop in Reese.
Yeah, that was it again. I had it till 24. Then I went off the rails for 3-4 years. Balloon, started wearing River Island double XLs. Saw some photos of me, went, what the fuck are you? Just this fucking, just a nothing. And I was like, oh no. And then I had to just stop eating. And then I stopped eating.
Was it only in seeing photos of yourself, or did you notice a drop off in the amount that you could do any like shagging or dating or whatnot?
Well, no, that wasn't really an issue because there was too much going on. Because obviously, newborn, everything's chaos.
I'm getting my times kind of a bit.
Do you know the story of wasn't and the child?
Trying to do. So what happened was,
yes.
I had a child. Obviously, my head fell off because I thought I can't have a child because I'm just not ready for it. Then I just started.
No one.
Then I just started eating a lot because here's the theory I had is that we want to be comfortable.
Yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from when you said it. Like,
when the first year or so, you're just trying to adjust to it, and you go, any time that I'm not like looking after this child or working, I just want to be comfortable, and I don't want to be exercising because that's not comfortable. So the thing was just like, right, so when you get any downtime or anything nice, I want to try and be happy in this bit, which would be eating pizza.
I'd like to enjoy this bit.
Wine or whatever it was, and then it's back to being what the fuck's going on now. And then as they get older, it gets easier, and you go right now. And then I looked at a photo of myself and went, what is it? Like I was just all gut, no arms. You know, like your skinny arms. You know that guy. Yeah. That guy.
I've always been quite lucky. I've got the broadness.
Well, I've got broadish shoulders.
To be a fat cunt,
but it was just
you can't. You don't carry weight.
It's the worst kind of body on a man. It's just that block barrel there with skinny arms.
If you get fat, what you want is a big dome gut.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to just get fat like a big kind of trapezium. Like these kind of like you grow another arse above your arse.
And then
that
was
like double arse, and it's all like around your fucking stupid fat back, and it's the body of a loser. You haven't managed to get like fat well, like, and it's completely like genetic. Like some people get fat well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And other people get fat like fucking like losers, like us. And people who get loser. If I could get fat like that, I'd get fat in a second. If I could get fat like that, I wouldn't even be. I'd still be in my house.
It's the fat cunts with the thin hands. If you're a fat cunt with thin hands, you're a loser.
Yeah, my fingers are too small to be fat. I don't have the hands to be a fat guy.
The wrists are too tiny to be fat.
Yeah, that's me.
Absolutely. That's what I was.
That's why I need the deadlift. Try and work my hands and my wrists up.
Are you lifting now?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
You did a couple of videos. I've seen them.
Did you? You did do some gym videos, did you?
Try.
I really wanted to.
And you had the audacity to skip Freddie Quinn's content.
Huh? I'd never skip Freddie Quinn's content.
I did. It's fucking appalling. But
I am. It's gone spicy now.
You tried, and then you realised it's tiring, isn't it?
What I wanted to do was like a proper like fitness vlog. but like from the perspective of like a depressed like alcoholic dad.
Right.
So all of this stuff, like,
And then
I watched
really committed to the role and just
You would have been
best alcoholic dad.
Did you follow me when I was doing my
fitness?
fitness regime? So my fitness regime, I was doing a fitness sort of, wasn't a vlog, but it was fitness posts, and I was doing what I was doing every day, and it just ended up turning to how many goals I scored in 5-a-side.
Well, I saw you doing your fitness thing. I thought, there's no way he's sticking this out. And there's no way. And then it was like, and then I think I spoke to Smith about it. And he went, there's no way he's doing it. There's no way he's sticking to this. I was thinking if he transforms, but then we're like, no, he's not doing it. He's not doing it.
I was never going to transform. I just wanted to fucking look shaggy.
I mean,
for a bit.
Smith is the only one who's transformed out of any comic for the past 15 years.
Because Smith's bank account is transformed.
Yeah.
His free time is
Yeah.
transformed. And the fact that you can't be a fat cunt driving a Lamborghini, you just look a fucking...
To be honest,
it looks weird.
fame will get that. If he's seeing videos of him going around everywhere, and I think that's what you need, isn't it? That little
there's
bit.
just some.
I'm going to lose weight
madness.
because of this podcast.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick of seeing me fucking gut. So at some point I'm going to be like, fuck it, I'm just going to have to lose some weight.
Yeah.
It's getting there slowly. Not there yet, but it's getting there slowly.
See, it's... But go on, you tried to do yourself.
I often think about like what I could do, like because the internet is such a fucking piece of shit, and I really want to be active and sell tours and like to engage with the broader internet. Well, so I thought if I'm like, well, I'm not just going to go to the gym and then like not put it on the internet. If I'm going to go to the gym, I might as well post about it. So I would do like these deadlifts, and then I would. And also, they were not. There was nothing remarkable about it. That's why I was watching the deadlifts back, going, "This is just me. I've got 20 kilograms on each side."
So you do a 65 kilogram deadlift.
60 kilogram deadlift.
The bar's only
Fucking
25.
hell.
The bar's 20.
The bar is 25 kilograms.
20.
The bar's
Oh,
20.
Okay.
And I would, but I would be doing a lot, and then I would be
Unless
doing
you're
other
the
stuff
women's
with
bar.
them. So I'd be doing like
Women's bar's not going to be more.
Oh,
is it?
shit.
15 kilo for a woman's bar.
doing weighted cardio. Basically, is the way I chose to go to the gym. But there's no point in videoing that because it's not like what's impressive is like here's me doing like this is my 1 rep max or whatever. That's what
I was just taking pictures of myself knackered, like full of sweat. I'd be like,
Yeah.
look at the effort I've put in.
Got up the stairs.
And then, like, say, I'd just take 5-a-side pics and it'd just be like, scored 8 goals tonight, 6 assists,
Yeah.
ran more.
How long does the 5-a-side game last?
About 60 minutes normally.
2 seconds for me.
No,
when I
you
played with you.
Oh yeah, you're shit, aren't you?
didn't last 2 seconds.
It felt like 2 seconds.
Might as well.
Didn't
then.
to me, mate. Didn't to me.
Can you play footy?
No. Got shy knees. You can see from the deadlifts.
Is that the only reason why? How can you not kick at all? You're like one of them ones who can't kick.
No, I can kick, but I don't know. I mean, no, I love football and cricket and boxing, and I mean, I've always loved sports since I was a kid, but always have been like the worst in the class. Like there were kids in the school who like could barely like walk who were better at football than me.
Are you that you? So you can't kick?
I can't. I know. Also, like if you looked at me, like if I showed you my cricket stance, you'd think, "Ooh, he's pro. He's gonna go." He's
The way you're pretending to hold that bat, I know you're not going to.
well, yeah, that's fair. But as soon as the ball comes towards me, I'm not. There's no way I'm putting.
See, I just thought you could have at least kicked.
Really?
I had a moral dilemma when someone said, when I was in year 7, and they said, "You will never know anything about football, James, because you've never played a game in your life."
Yeah.
And I love sport, but I'm like, I always say, like, I'm not great.
We're the same.
Pardon, sorry.
We're
Oh,
the
sorry, yeah, we're all the
same
same.
dilemma.
Yeah.
He was showing you a
Same
bit of
time.
like...
And now I'm like, I love sport, but like I feel like I couldn't talk to you about football
Yeah.
because I'm not as good as it physically. So then I'd be like, oh, I'm not going to listen to James Allen what he thinks about the latest transfer rumours because you can't fucking string a
You
pass
see,
together.
I'm the opposite. I can't speak about that, but I'll skin you.
But you would. But then there's
Really?
Yeah.
Are you good at football?
He says he is.
I think you'd make a really good like defensive midfield. I think you'd be like David Batty.
Winger.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a winger.
Left forward.
Harry Kewell, wasn't he?
Move out wide.
You look a bit like Harry.
No.
I'd if I wasn't made of glass, I'd run rings around you. You'd have to hack me down. You would.
Of course, I'm 23 stone, but you wouldn't
I
get,
know.
You wouldn't get near me, though.
Yes,
Do you be
5 yards in the head, mate, innit?
Exactly, that's why you wouldn't get near me.
Would you be vocal? Into these? Would you be like that?
No.
Would he be
Although I enjoyed playing.
You want to, like, just isolate it. He used to play for the team in Bootle, as if he's opened his mouth once. Like, just fucking, don't let anyone know I'm a wall. Just stand there and wait.
My dad used to shout at me when I played with him. He'd be like, get back in fucking goal now. And I go, don't you fucking laugh at me. And then 5 minutes after the game, like, you all right?
Well trodden, isn't it?
We've had this tour.
We do.
Me and Wazzy live this every week.
Yeah, every week we live this.
We didn't have the exception of being shite. I wish you had the privilege of being shite. James.
There you go.
You might have left me a fucking alone. If I was shite, he might have just gone for a couple of weeks and been fine. And I was too good for my own fucking life.
You can't have an opinion on football because you weren't shite at it.
I'll be honest with you. You know what you just said then? Unfortunately, it resonates too much with me that I feel like a bully, but yeah, I could not talk to you about football now. But
everything aesthetically, when it comes kit sponsors.
When it comes to football, though, I don't like listening to football podcasts.
Right. Okay.
So I don't like professionals' opinions on football either.
Right.
So it's not just you. It's like I just don't like anyone's opinion. Football for me is personal. So it's like just don't talk to me about it but I'm also, as we know, arrogant. So I also think my opinion's the only one that's right in football. So if we had a different...
But you still like talking about it?
What?
You still like talking about it?
I'm talking about it, yeah, but like, just for someone to give me their opinion on football, I'm very much waiting for my turn to talk.
After the game the other week, when you were very kindly giving me a lift, me and my son a lift back to the station.
Yeah.
And I had an opinion about the match, and you went, yeah, absolutely right. I thought that too. I sort of just, like to myself in the car, just went,
yeah. When you win people like that over, you're like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Like, because that means that you weren't insane.
Yeah.
Like the thing that you actually thought about the game, somebody else saw that too. From a completely different perspective as well. I was watching it horizontally, you were watching it vertically. And yet we still saw the same fucking thing occur.
Yeah.
About, Curtis Jones went missing for a bit, didn't he? And, yes, he did.
See, that's what I find difficult when you're going to criticise them. I do have a problem with people criticising professional footballers. Yeah. I just think, just shut the fuck up, you waste of fucking space.
Yeah, but then you also know I believe I could have been a professional footballer.
So does every fucker in that stadium. That's where it comes from in my head. Yeah, I know everyone thinks that, but then it's because you're not, because you aren't them, because we've spoken about this.
Because of politics, yeah?
No, not politics. It's because you aren't them. You aren't them. They haven't got your mind because you're weak mentally.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones isn't.
Fucking everybody.
We've had
this. You can say the same thing about like music.
Yeah,
you go, that's a shit guitarist. Well, you can't play guitar.
So if Steven Gerrard wants to say Curtis Jones went missing, then that's fine. And if you just happen to have the same opinion as him, then you're vindicated, I suppose. But other than that, shut the fuck up.
But he probably does think that Curtis Jones went missing in the first half against Shrewsbury.
Maybe so.
Everyone, he was playing to see.
He's a good player.
He's a brilliant player.
Don't talk to him about football. He winds me up. He's the worst.
Hey, as long as they're playing for that badge on the front, lad.
Not the name on the back.
All the fucking masses, lad.
So what happened with the deadlifting? Why did it not pan out?
No, I still do it. I just don't post about it anymore because I've kind of.
So you are
what you lifting now?
65.
Very much so, yeah. I don't lift for weight. I lift for
reps.
Reps, yeah.
So how many reps you lifting at what weight?
8, 12, and 100. Yeah.
All right.
It's not bad.
Really?
My hands always give out before my legs.
The grip strength.
Have you tried the opposing grip?
Yeah, but I want my grip strength to improve, so I don't do that a lot.
I just do grip strength exercises then.
Sorry?
Why not do grip strength exercises?
Yeah, I do hanging. I do a lot of hanging about. Do a lot of farmers walking. It's like the Joe Rogan podcast now, isn't it?
You ever tried DMT?
Huh? No, but I quite fancy trying liver. Have you seen the liver?
Liver
Have you seen the Liver King?
He's great.
Hey, what's happening here? Liver King here. I just want to see the one where he goes to visit his doctor and his doctor's in tears saying, please stop, you're going to die, you're going to die.
Have you seen how red he looks? He's like, oh, you're like Alan Brazil, you fucking silly cunt. You're like, there's definitely something up with your blood. Like, your blood isn't right.
He's fucked. He's absolutely fucked. And not only that, but he's mental.
Yeah, if
But
you
not
don't
only
know
that-
Liver King, by the way, take your time to go and search him on Instagram. And it's fucking hilarious.
He's
It's-
ripped though, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's ripped at that point where it's like, no, you're not.
Steads.
There's sculpting and
he's
steroids
steads,
involved.
yeah.
Like, oh.
So the grip strength. So yeah, I would like a stronger grip. That's my big thing.
Get off your phone on a
I'm
podcast.
googling the Liver King.
That's my grip strength is one that I want a better one of.
Yeah.
I really want a stronger grip.
That's too much.
I think my deadlift will be so much better with the stronger grip. Obviously.
Yes. Yeah, I'm interested to know how much I could lift if I had the hooks.
The straps.
Wrist,
My
wrist
mate has
strap
hooks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
used
got
to
no
straps.
fingers though, so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but that the straps is you can lift more. They are useful.
Yeah.
But and I think you should do that to get the weight higher, and then the grip will follow.
Fucking David Lloyd pod here.
No, pathetic. Yeah.
I really like doing it, but it's just it's
I
the
can't.
showering. Said this before.
When
2 showers a day and my skin's battered.
Do you live in a hard water area?
I just don't know what one of them is.
There's hard water and soft water, isn't there? London hard water area. Edinburgh soft
Just
water
let him
area.
pause to think.
Hard water area.
our
Very bad for your skin. I get.
Why don't you just go to the gym in the morning and then shower once?
What a ridiculous thing to say. Why don't I just do that?
Yeah.
Because why? You've said to me for the past month about all you've done is go back to bed. That is exactly why. Like, why don't you do it? Because why would I get up at 4 a.m.?
Because you're saying
I'm an alcoholic.
just saying you're
I
saying
don't remember going to sleep every night. And then you want me to get up at 4 a.m. to go and deadlift.
Okay, I'm just saying if the showers are killing you that much.
I just want to do it, and I know when I get back into it, I get some momentum going, but it's just very difficult.
Right.
Anyway.
My shower broke a few years ago,
Yeah.
and my family had to use
A
the
bucket.
the gym showers, our local gym.
Wow.
Were
Were they members?
For like
Did you all have membership?
We had to join for like a month free at Fitness First.
Look at that. That's so fucking tragic.
And
Why? Why did it take a month to fix your shower?
How much did it take?
no,
to
it
fix
didn't. The membership, it was a free month, and then you
Right.
get like a Netflix.
How long
channel.
does it take to fix your shower?
About 2 weeks.
What?
We just signed up.
Couldn't
and
you
it
go
does-
like an emergency plumber and save more money on
I
membership?
don't know. There was a lot of structural damage apparently.
Weird,
but-
this, mate. Weird.
Oh my god.
I'll phone my dad.
Part of me wants you to, so I can be like, why did it take you to? I worry now. I worry that your dad's been taken advantage
You
of.
all went. How many? Just the three of you all went.
Not like all together.
Do they have
Come on,
communal
it's like a
showers?
family
you and your
outing.
family, like you and your male members of your family, all have to like see each other's giblets and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, I went in, showered, getting changed, and this guy went, "Oh, love a good workout. What have you been on today, then?"
So you wouldn't even go for a tiny little bit of a
No,
workout just
and I
to
was
save
just like,
face.
oh, you
Lindsay
know.
coming in,
Go and get a
coming out
sword.
in your pajamas.
I thought it would be a great money saving trick on tour
Yeah.
if just to
shower.
join a gym, like join Pure Gym
Yeah.
Right.
and just sleep in my car, and then just go into Pure Gym,
What a terrible
you know,
idea that would have
clean
been.
underneath the hood, and then leave, and that'd be like me.
Sleep in the shower.
Huh?
Just sleep in that little booth that you get.
Yeah, and clean in my
Someone
car.
gets a
Yeah.
2p to open the lock.
Surely you'd be fucked for sleeping in your car that many days.
Yeah, you would. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, no, it is. I didn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way. You could do
But I mean, I was fascinated by the idea. Also, I just sort of
the
fantastic.
tour was going well then. You're going to have to sleep in your car and shower in Pure Gym.
That was the low level at which I started touring. No support act who couldn't afford it, and then just me in a car showering in Pure Gym.
With your tote bag full of Nivea.
That's why I had a tote bag with me. It's got all my fucking everything for my morning ablutions for Pure Gym.
You got a hairdryer in it.
No, it's all so you might need it. Oh.
So anyway, going back to the friend thing, what happened?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking from 45 minutes ago. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
That's good, that.
Yeah. Go on.
We'd fallen out.
1471.
We'd fallen.
Are we allowed to know what you're falling out about?
They won't listen to this because they don't like me. But
That's exactly why they'd listen to it.
That's still definitely will.
That's why they listen to it, bro.
they don't fucking bother.
Right.
Collectively, I've been doing stand up. I've had half a beer. I've been doing stand up for 5 years,
Okay.
Yeah.
and don't please.
What?
4 take away COVID.
Yeah, you got to factor
On emails, it's still
That's
4.
fucked up. How long you been going for that COVID
I've
now?
been going for. Collectively, they've like never been like, oh, when you on?
Right.
Not bothered. That's not why, but that's just like another thing to add on the list.
What, you're bothered that they haven't bothered to watch it?
No, but it was just like courtesy. It
When
would
we
have been
say these friends that you've like fallen out with,
yeah,
how many of them are there?
the 3 of them.
There's 3 of them, and they're all still friends with each other.
Yeah,
Are you still in the WhatsApp group?
no,
Have you fell out with all 3 of them?
yeah.
Right. So they've not been to see you do stand up.
That's not why though. So that's just like a side thing. That's like
Okay.
compartmentalize that.
Right.
Forget that's just added
Right.
I
evidence.
fell out with my mates for them coming to watch me.
Right. Okay.
Weird, that in the way that the opposite.
They were like, I think they wanted ages ago. They got in the mood that I had to miss something because I was doing like,
Doing a gig.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, well, if you're not going to bother, I was like, yeah, well, anyway. I think so. One of them had split up with their girlfriends.
Yeah.
Now, beforehand, when he was like, oh, I think it's on the rocks, I was like, I'm here for you. It's fine. I'll phone you.
Yeah.
When the other one split up with his girlfriend, I was first to phone him. I'm
Yeah.
here for you. Right?
Yeah.
So, the day after he split with his girlfriend, there was about like 300 WhatsApp messages, and I was like, oh, I can't do with this today. So I just went, right, I'm having a few days off.
Did you say that to them?
Yeah.
Right.
I went, I'm just like just to sort my head out because I had other worries as well.
Yeah.
And then
What were they?
fiscal, personal.
Let's finish one story first.
So I'm just saying, and then a few days later, I was like, oh, cheers, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nothing. Then a few days went by, nothing. Then a week went by, still nothing. I was like, oh, something's clearly gone on.
Yeah.
I messaged one of them, was like, oh, have I done something wrong? And they went, yeah, well, actually, the thing was like, you kind of just like went missing. And like, we kind of needed you here for him. And I was like, yeah,
Jesus Christ, James, he's
I was like, but I've always been
pussies.
here. I was like, I've always been here. I've messaged him privately. I've asked if he wants to meet up.
Yeah.
I'm
Did he message
aware.
you back privately?
And he just went, oh, well, it just seemed like that. And I messaged him, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
can't be doing with that.
I went, all I wanted was a little time. And this sounds fucking like Dawson's Creek. But
It sounds like Peaceful South. I need a little time
and then
to think it over.
they were like, oh, yeah, well,
Okay.
you know, you're not here for us. Like, you need to do it. Like, you need to sort your life out. I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm gone.
You all need to fucking grow up, for starters.
Mate, I'm not being funny, but if you go...
I felt my
it's like
virginity
being
grow
with
back
like
with that story.
three women, that. It's toxic.
I regret saying it. I do regret saying this because it's
Well,
not like...
you didn't reply to us in a week, so he needed you.
Yeah.
What do you mean he needed you? Go and drink like the rest of us
Exactly.
on your own. It's fine.
But you know, like,
Sit in the corner
but then
of the
I'm
pub,
like,
Guinness,
oh
nobody's
fuck,
nuts.
like we were talking earlier. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm going to think about this now until.
Yeah. I've got to be honest. I think you're both very much in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your mate splits up this beer and you're like, oh, I need a bit of time on my own. It's like, well, you can't compartmentalise a little bit. Use his pain to escape your own.
But that wasn't it.
And also, wow, it's fucking pathetic, isn't it? Oh, you haven't been here for me. It's like, how old is he?
24.
How long was it?
50.
How long was it?
He has a weird bunch of mates.
Yeah.
How long's he been with this? Sound 15 though. How long's he been
No,
with this
50. Oh, you didn't even. I'm sorry.
How
I
long's he
think
been
about
with this?
just over a year.
So it's fuck off. Then get a grip.
Yeah.
I think get a grip is like the key
Grand
phrase
scheme
in
of
my
things.
adult life.
Get a fucking grip, lad.
I think that was it. It was a bit like, come on, 24 now.
Shut up, innit?
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up.
But then
Like,
they all
wait, you smell your beard? Oh,
One of
I'm
you's
good
gonna
for
get cancer soon.
but, fucking hell.
What's
One
gonna
in four.
happen?
One in
innit?
four.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's real shit when you need to take them to the hospital.
What?
Exactly.
Why was he so bad? Did she cheat on him with his dad?
No, but
But she cheated on him then.
no. Oh no.
Was it a bad breakup?
Yeah.
The sudden reluctance of you to
Yeah.
go, oh, I now regret going into
Yeah.
this story.
Yeah.
I now suddenly.
So it was a bad breakup. Did she wrong him in a terrible way?
Way around.
So he cheated on her. We think
Yeah, allegedly.
allegedly. Fuck off!
This is great.
Just tell him to. I'll grow up. Listen, if you are watching this, fucking grow up. You made a mistake. It's happened. Why do you need people there around you for? Fucking
I'm
look
sad
yourself.
that I betrayed somebody.
Yeah. please, let me feel better about myself. Fuck. This cunt cheated on someone and flew to California to say sorry. That's really tragic. You can get on with your life.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. You ever cheated on anybody?
No. Never.
You've only been one girlfriend?
3.
Oh, fair enough.
You had 3 beds.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, all right.
Somebody's doing well.
Yeah.
He
Nay.
was cheated, wasn't he?
Was he actually there, like?
I've not cheated. No.
One couldn't. First one didn't.
Didn't get it up.
Yep. See you later. 2.
Oh, you couldn't. Sorry, I wasn't listening. You couldn't get it up.
Yep. And then that was like boom, done.
And she was like, ta-da.
So you tried to cheat, but you couldn't get an erection.
No.
His first
His
first girlfriend left him. First girlfriend left him because he couldn't get an erection.
What, a little bit of erectile dysfunction in your early 1920s?
Sorry.
It's all right.
A relationship ended because you couldn't get a lob on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why not just get some fucking blue boys?
What are they?
Viagra.
Viagra.
Yeah, but come on.
I was 16.
He's not going to get on the
Well,
Yeah,
Viagra.
I'll be honest, that doesn't count relationship anyway. So we'll
Yeah,
ignore
okay.
that one.
And the second one has still got some of my clothes.
One of them.
Well, I don't know. They might
Did
be.
you get hard for her though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's.
He looked at me when he said, "Yeah, then like support me, please, Rob." So let's leave that.
No, it's cool. It's just they're probably in a Samaritan somewhere. In
I found it difficult getting a hard on when I was like 18, 19, 20 with a galley.
Yeah.
Oh, I really struggle with it. Like first, I mean, like
Now,
not obviously not with Jessie.
Can't
because she's
keep it
fucking
down.
Full of kids all the time, isn't she?
Yeah.
But
Trying
on,
to push it down now.
with yeah,
Don't let
yeah.
her see it.
This has been one of the rare
Yeah.
occasions recently when I haven't had an erection.
She sees this, there'll be another one. Fucking get away, you!
But
Don't set her off.
but with strangers, when I've been single, I've always struggled to get an. I get really in my own head about it.
Yeah.
It's why I like being pissed when I fuck, and then I always now buy
a Viagra.
Viagra if I'm gonna have naked sex in bed or elsewhere.
Should you always buy Viagra?
When I've been single, I've
When you're single? I like a little bluey for a treat, like.
yeah. A little-
could I like nibble a half?
Yeah, you
Like
can
an
do,
ecstasy
yeah.
pellet.
Yeah, you can do. They are good, you know. They are like you fucking rock hard, mate. It's great.
Yeah, but then that's fine for then, and then you've got to live with that for the next.
The only problem is,
how long
is
do you
that
think
it
it
makes
lasts?
it makes it quite hard to swallow, and like, which is
Hold
kind
on.
of, you're not
How many people in the room are
sucking
getting Viagra? Fucking, he's got a Viagra, he's got a Viagra. Oh, hold on, I can't swallow
I
mine.
went on a date once, and I took the Viagra before I went on the date, and she had made food, and then I could hardly eat it because
Right.
I'd had the Viagra. My mouth, it
Get a
makes you,
jelly one.
it also makes you snore really badly because it swells the.
Really?
Oh yeah. You like your nose is blocked.
Why could you not eat after taking it?
because it swells. It makes all the blood go to these like extremities, these glands, which means that the blood vessels in your nose swell up as well as the ones in your dick.
Yeah.
You have to be stimulated for it to work. You can't just take it and you get hard. That's the myth, isn't it?
Yeah,
so therefore, if you're not being stimulated,
still makes things swell a bit. Your nose is always stimulated, isn't it?
My worry is due to like watching those adverts where they do all like the side effects for 2 minutes.
It's just if you take it and then nothing happens, it's a waste, isn't it?
Is that mid?
It's cost me £12.
So have you never tried the jellies? Sorry,
That's all right.
Camagra.
No.
Jellies are good.
Is it still like
works
the
just as
active
well.
ingredient in Viagra?
Yeah, the jellies are good.
Because the Cialis is the other one. Have you heard of that one?
No.
Cialis is like, it works, it's less intense than Viagra, but it works, instead of over like a 6 or 8 hour period, it works over a 48-hour period.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So you just end up like...
Just go for a piss and it's, you know.
My worry is like mid-act,
Yeah.
the heart will go,
Your heart will pack in.
and that'll be it.
Well,
Like,
you
did you ever
won't,
watch
mate,
Mile
it's
High
fine.
with Sheridan Smith?
fine.
And
I've had a few Vigras in my time, and my heart's never packed in, so I think you're gonna be all right.
Okay.
If Big Bobby T can pop a Viagra and he's it's not packed in,
You'll be
good
all
to
right.
go, bro.
You'll be all right. I had one when I'd lost. You know when I'd lost the 5 stone. I had one, and I was for too long. I was looking at my own knob, just like it's a good knob, that you know.
great, didn't you know?
Just literally like, oh, I should have lost weight sooner. My knob is fantastic.
I mean, you can't have an opinion on sex because you never had it.
See, you say you like to have sex drunk, or when you're single, like sex drunk. See, I wouldn't like that because I've got a terrible bladder, as we know. So if I have one beer, I'll also think, oh, this is. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to ruin this because I'm going to need a piss. As soon as it happens, I'm going to need a piss.
Yeah, that's you being in your own head about it. It's not...
Yeah. My problem with sex drunk is I start enjoying it and then start getting my own head. Because then I start realising...
What I'm thinking, I wish I was
But
But the only way to
myself.
not be in my own head is to be drunk.
You're being dead
God.
sexy.
Wish I was just looking at my dick right now.
No, but like we put on loud special music, like, oh, fucking yeah. I'm like, oh my God, you mean dead sexy. I'm like, hold on, what you fucking, why are you thinking? What's going on? Just enjoy it. Enjoy what you did 2 minutes ago. And I'm like, oh no,
It's so
I've lost
great.
it.
Fucking, like, I've had my best sexual experiences absolutely hammered.
Really?
Because all of your compunction about like anything that is... it allows you to kind of like live and exist viscerally in the moment, and it just it always ended up for me being the most exquisite and real and honest.
And what about Freya though?
Fucker.
Yeah,
But she
was a stranger.
she was asleep. No, she was. Well, I mean, there's several lovely women. A lovely woman. I think a great little.
Do you stay friends with them?
Sometimes.
Couldn't do that, mate.
Do you put music on, did you say?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Grinder Man, Heathen.
What's that? Is that like...
no idea.
Is-
I knew
is-
it
oh,
was going to be a song I knew. So
Yeah.
Right.
Nick Cave. It's Nick Cave.
You don't have like a Bobby T's
Sexual playlist.
House of Love?
No.
playlist.
It consists of like 3 songs. And like 2 of the songs would be me trying to get my recovery back. Like, get over a stitch. Like one of the songs has to be breathing techniques.
Gary Jules, Mad World. When that one comes on, we stop.
Just slow down a bit.
So I was in a
Relationship.
no,
Oh,
Having sex.
yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
and
Fucking it. Raw.
all right, mate.
No Johnnies.
Yeah, fucking
All the
doing all
way
that
in.
shit.
All the way in.
Raw dogging.
Yeah.
Space for nothing.
Yeah,
Feels good, doesn't it? I like sex.
doing it in the ear. No.
yeah.
But the playlist shifted from like
Like sex.
Right. Playlist shifted from.
It's nice, isn't it?
Can be.
It feels good. I think it feels really good.
Do you always enjoy sex?
Depends.
I will go back. Let's finish the story.
the playlist shifted from like soothing sounds of like,
So you're playing soothing sounds while you're having sex.
and then it went to like Enter Shikari, like, where's it, my fool?
Yeah.
And I found it very difficult to like Ah,
Right.
White people can't listen to music during
Why
sex.
was you shagging to soothing sounds?
You have to put the omnibus on, that's what we shagged to. Hip-hop artists listen to fucking R&B. We listen to the omnibus. Watching David Attenborough whilst you get a blowjob.
I know about to have sex because my bird mutes the telly.
No, but you know what I mean. If you know Sunday morning, the omnibus is on, or some documentaries just come on, and the TV's on. You're thinking, you're watching them giving you a blow. You think, it's quite interesting.
The lifespan of a iguana.
You just got to make sure you don't get caught. And are you watching that?
No.
Fucking trying to goose with Dev Allahan on the fucking Deirdre, I told you.
I love you, Deirdre.
Wonder what'll happen next week.
Just sitting there thinking, I want to get back into Corrie.
Next on is an all new Simpsons. Ooh.
Just after you had sex, you'd be like, what are you series linking there?
No, but you know, in the TV's on, there's just some dodgy fucking.
I have to mute it, I get distracted too easy.
Why could you watch it? Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll end up watching it.
Did we get to the end of what happened when you were having sex?
Oh, we just
Went to Enter the Sandman.
No, Enter
yeah,
Shikari.
yeah.
Sorry,
Shikari.
that's more
Enter
of
Shikari,
sort of.
Right.
Enter Shikari, interesting band. They sold out the London Astoria unsigned.
They what?
Well
Sold
done,
out the London Astoria unsigned because whenever they were touring, they would always say, we're sticking around for a drink afterwards, like we're going to go around this bar in the corner. They would always find it. So when they were touring small towns, and then they would go and hang out with the people that they were touring with for a little bit.
Do you do that? No one turns up.
I just think it's an interesting, possibly.
Our worst nightmare.
Just on your own in a Milliman cart. Go on.
Just in the Weatherspoons in Huntington. by myself. Oh, nobody's here.
They have to party in the streets. I'm off to Pure after this. Is that spa open 24 hours? I need some Nivea.
Walking out the comedy club with the hand gel in his back pocket.
I'll be in my car. I'll be sleeping there. 4 people max.
So what are you saying then about the hangout thing after the show? They would hang out.
And they would get because they were unsigned. They hung out with the artists. When it first came time for them to play the London Astoria, they sold it out unsigned, based on out of towners being the people, and everybody in the thing felt like they knew them.
Yeah,
and felt like they were invested in who the band were.
Oh,
and
nice.
and went to go and support them.
That's nice for them,
isn't it?
Yeah. Couldn't work as a comedian.
I tried to do that at 17. Did a performance at my high school. Was like, I'm going to come on down.
So what happened again? Did we finish that?
Oh, this is the one where it sort of didn't, again, problems. And then instead of
went
like,
soft.
Yeah. And then instead of going, it was like, oh, do you just want to stay and we'll watch some compilations of Vines?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then it like sort of...
Compilations of Vines.
Yeah, because it died at this point, but the YouTube... the YouTube resurgence of Vine was keeping it alive.
Would you have maybe suggested just going down on it?
It was during that when it flicked to...
When you're going down on it?
Shikari, so it was like... I was like, oh, I can't work with this.
So you need to learn to focus, don't you? And get outside your own head.
Yeah, I'm fine now. I'm absolutely regular. Well,
regular.
You know what I mean?
Once a week at least. Me, fuck you.
I'm competent.
Excellent.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm glad about that.
Like the Divock Origi of that.
Of sex.
So you shite if you start, but if you come in halfway through, you're brilliant.
Perfect.
As long as she gets herself going, then halfway through you can finish the job.
That's good.
You know what we're saying about, do you always enjoy sex? Obviously 4 children in now.
Yeah.
The first one wasn't tried for.
No.
The other 3.
The other 3 were all to an extent planned.
How did you find that?
It's great leaving it in. Love that. Makes a great change from not leaving it in, like taking it out, and I do. I actually, and also fucking for purpose rather than like
horny in it.
At least it feels like. But did you plan your child?
No.
He just
I like
just fucks with it.
My idea of fucking to get someone pregnant is very arousing.
I'm not sure. Also, the weird thing is for me and like Jesse and like the way that we got together, like I don't know if any parents really usually remember the exact orgasm that led to the child.
I think,
but I can remember. I can remember exactly the cum that led to my first child.
Oh, I know as well because
what
did he tell you now? Did he tell you like what day do you reckon it was?
What do you mean you don't know the
Well, his first child because do you know the story of him and Jesse?
Was
had a one night stand.
Me and Jesse had a one night stand.
Yeah.
We fucked once. There was one.
Have you seen the film Knocked Up? It's based on Alfie's life.
No, I haven't seen it, but I know the story of that. So it
was only one heft of ejaculate that came.
Make you feel
heft.
Just
that became my eldest son.
Were you pissed?
Sorry?
Were you pissed at the time?
I was. She wasn't.
She knew what she was doing.
No.
Are you over it?
She stole your seed.
4 kids in. 4 kids in and 1 fleece. And then
Was yours planned, Rob?
Yeah.
Right.
That was planned.
Because
I didn't enjoy the whole plan.
2 legends over here, mate.
He's got 3 that he planned.
Yeah.
The improv of babies.
Yeah.
But were them 3 planned? That's the thing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Because obviously, like, I think what would tip me over the edge into, like, maybe not suicide, but, like, definitely it would be rattling around in there.
Yeah.
The moment when you, like, found out,
Yeah.
for me, that would be like, nah.
Yeah. It's life-changing beyond belief.
Yeah.
How did you find out?
Just message me. Saying she's pregnant.
Just on a text.
Oh, I sound. I'll be on the beach drinking whiskey.
Well, like, were you together with her at the time?
Yeah. We've been together for a few years. Yeah.
In a text or like a fucking Facebook Messenger?
Oh no, I think it might have been a FaceTime. Maybe a
How old's your
FaceTime.
kid?
4.
Oh wow.
How old are yours?
7, 5, and 18 months, and minus 3 months.
I was going to say he's not 4 kids. I thought she. So
wow.
right, yeah, right, okay, yeah. 7.
She's pregnant with a 4th.
I remember having this conversation with you in the green room about what would happen if you gave her a 4th child. She would let you go to Australia.
That's the 3rd.
That's the third, yeah.
Right, and then that got cancelled, didn't it, because of COVID?
You're going in April now, though. So
Then she booked you a trip to Portugal.
I'm going to Australia in April. Yeah.
Does the deal still stand?
Big time.
That's what he thinks.
Oh no! I mean, there's no. I'm the thing is, I'm the only one that has a say in it.
She's not going to find out. She's just like, oh.
Well, no, she will. I'll tell her, and I go.
I'll send her a video.
I'll FaceTime the bitch like she did to tell me she was pregnant.
No, but she's in on it. She's fine. Jessie is a very, she's an exquisite and wonderful, sensitive lover who understands what's happened. And
What's happened?
And we have a 3rd child, and I will go to Australia, and I will. Here's the problem.
You want to be away for the first 6 months, don't you? When the newborn's in, because you'll be tired. You'll be too fat to fuck by the time.
That's the thing. It's I'm drinking right now, but I've not had any carbohydrate or alcohol in the whole of January. I'm going to do a dry February. It's easier. It's shorter. And
are you worried you're not going to find someone to fuck?
That would be so funny.
I'm worried about how I go, because I don't want to be deceitful when I'm in Australia. I don't want to go, yeah, I'm single.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So I want to be able to tell I'm trying to work out what the most fuckable version of the truth is.
I think just say yes. I reckon you'll get to a point where you go, fuck it, no, I haven't got it, but we've just split up.
I think that is the only, or we're on a break. I think that's the only thing to
You
say.
can't.
But I don't know how you say
who
to
is this
people,
psycho?
like, oh yeah, how do you say to somebody that you want to fuck but you don't know what?
She's stolen 17 years from me. So
yeah. So basically, I'm allowed to fuck you. Right. Hello. Anyway, my name's Alice. Good to see you. Like, what?
You know what I think you need to do now? You need to be on Tinder in
Like
Australia now.
Right.
Because it's a lot of legwork, I think, rather than trying to like.
I think it's a fascinating situation.
Going for gigs.
I really look forward
he's going to
coming back and telling you what's happening.
The deal was with
Have another
his
kid on the
partner.
way.
She wanted more children. He didn't. And she was like, no, I really want more children. And he was like, no. They come to a deal that if she was to get pregnant,
I need it.
he can sleep with people while he's on tour in Australia. And then she got pregnant, and the Australia got cancelled because of COVID. So now,
Right.
he's going. So I'm saying the deal still stands, but now he's trying to work out, well, how do I fuck someone without being like, I haven't got a partner? Or how do I say to someone, listen, no, but we've got a deal. I'm allowed to fuck you.
There's this
fine.
thing.
Did you ever think this is how your life would turn out?
Makes me go. That's impossible.
Did you ever think this is how it would turn out?
No. No.
No, I can just imagine you. I can just imagine you
I go in the
screaming,
toilet.
screaming down the street. No, I'm allowed to
I
fuck
want to
you.
go
It's
out
fine.
to Australia
I'll
and just.
FaceTime her now. I will FaceTime her right now.
I want to be there when this is all happening. I'd be so excited. I would just be screaming. I need to.
Just while he's obnoxious laugh in the background. Ah! How would you do it if it was the other way around though? So if a female
Podcast carry on.
yeah, we just carry on.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're raw. There's no gimmicks with us.
I love it.
We are who we are. People. So if you were to be on the other end of the transaction, and a woman come up to you and said, "Listen, we've been having a good laugh. Do you want to come back to mine?" And at some point, she was like, "This is the thing. No, at what point does it come up?" Is she goes, "Oh, so okay." You talk to a woman. You got a boyfriend? Yes. I've got a partner I live with. Blah 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 blah. And she's like, "Oh, okay." And she goes, "Yeah. Do you want to come back to mine?" And you, at no point are you going to go, "But you said you had a partner, are you?" You're just going to go, "Yeah, fine."
Yeah, but the male-female dynamic.
So you need a female with a more male dynamic, like, yeah.
Like I don't think that, like, if I'm doing. But the weird thing for me is it's working out, like, if you mention it too early, by the way, this is my situation, then the person who you're with goes, well, that's presumptuous. I wasn't interested at all.
Yes.
But if you mention it too late, go, well, I've been flirting with you all night. Why
You
the
leave
fuck are
me
you
on,
mentioning
yeah.
it now?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So how often are you in this situation now?
Well, I don't know. I'm not in Australia yet.
That's what I mean. So I think I'm in this situation. I go to Benidorm like 3 times a year, don't I? Or at least once a year. Go on a lad's holiday at least once. Sometimes twice. Sometimes 3 times a year. You do get situations where they're like, "Oh, do you have a? Yeah, I'll have one. Do you have a partner? Do you want a course? Do you want one? One for Alfie, please. Do you want one?
No, I'm alright.
James is fine. Yeah, so sometimes you will get women. You'll be talking to women having a flirt, and there will be like, "Oh, so you have a partner?" And you're like, in the back of your head, you go, "Oh, well, that's this conversation over. Yes, I'm married," sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh, right." And then you just immediately see them go, "Right, well, this conversation's changed. Like,
Yeah.
we're now friends," sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
That's
there is a point in the conversation where
I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know how to do it, and I don't know what to do, really. But
do you think Jessie thinks you're going to stick to this deal?
I think she's from what I think she's. I do believe that this is something she would offer. For some reason, I think she's. I think she would do this. I don't think she's like she's not like a regular. Like, this is not gonna. She would understand.
She's a regular girl.
She would understand.
Not a regular mum. She's a cool mum.
No, but she would. Yeah. Like, she would understand what's going through his head. I understand.
It just reminds me of the time when me and my wife bought a house, and I said, "You can decorate the whole house. Give me one room." So when we were childless, Just let me have one room. She was like, oh yeah,
airing cupboard.
Absolutely fine. You have the spare room, it's absolutely fine. And she found out a plan to put a fridge in it and then pretended like the whole thing was a joke. Like, no, I never agreed to that. No, never. That would never happen. I was only joking. Stop being silly. So, like, you're just being absolutely silly now. No, that was never an agreement. It was like, you promised me a room.
I was worried that would be the case, but given that we've spoken about it so many times,
yeah,
and how happy she was when I told her that Australia looked like it was back on.
I'm so happy for you, Alfie.
No, but also it's really bugged her. She said to me a few times, like, first of all, she said to me when I went to Lisbon when the flight bridges opened back up, she went, you can, you can cash your chips now if you want. And I went, no, thank you. And she went, really? That's very controlled of you. Why are you doing that?
It's 3 months in Australia or a weekend at Lisbon.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm going to spend a week in Lisbon in a hostel as a 34-year-old bloke by myself versus being in Australia for a month as like doing a show in which I explain the deal so in front of everybody that can come and see.
So you need to fuck a fan, really, don't you?
Yeah.
You need to hope there's going to be some hot bitches at your show.
Or if you get in really good shape, I would, Australia.
Like you say, the way I would do it, I'd be on Tinder now. Match it with all sorts of women in Oz. Invite them to your show. See what happens.
I've never used Tinder to meet anybody in my life, and I don't think I ever will or want to.
I really want to, because I think it looks loads of fun. I never have. But the idea of having a shit and judging people at the same time just seems right up my
street.
like
that bit of it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I love that bit of it. But the actual meeting somebody that you've like...
but that's to say...
you've adjudged suitable for your cock.
Yeah, but if you just fucking chat to them a bit and then invite them all to your show. Just see which one hangs around after the show.
Sure, yeah. But also, it all sounds like my nightmare. I'm much more...
You've made a deal that you can't cash.
Would you not rather fuck someone that didn't know who you were, though? But that's just obviously going to be harder, isn't it? Because, like, a fan is like a different... You'd rather just have a complete stranger who doesn't know that you're a stand-up, who doesn't know anything like that. You just want a regular guy who liked you for the way you looked or the way you were.
I don't think I've fucked any fans.
But would you want to...
I don't think any women I've fucked are a fan of me. Honestly, if anything, they've all seemed quite reluctant.
They've all fucked me despite my comedy. But what I mean is like I've never done that, but I'm intrigued by the idea. So it might turn out that you're right. I'll let you know. I'll DM you.
Okay, yeah,
you can read it on the podcast. I'll message you and you can
send me photos of you there.
We've got a message here from Alfie Brown. So if you remember,
how's Australia going, mate?
Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna.
She's pregnant.
Well, get me up on that screen.
That's
there,
another thing.
Crying.
You're not worried that lightning might strike twice?
No. Fool me once.
Are you going to wrap it up before you slap it up?
No, I'm going to take it out before I spray it out. Right. No, I'll wrap it up before I spray.
Would you ever vasectomy?
If I was allowed, yeah, definitely.
If I was allowed.
But Jessie said I'm not allowed to have a vasectomy.
Really? Is that because she never knows when it's going to stop?
She definitely... I think if I went, like, hey, can we get you up the spout with a 5th kid? She'd go, yeah, big time.
Do you think she's got a maximum, do you think, or just keep going till...
I think she'd max out at 5 or 6. I think she'd max out.
That's the worry, though, isn't it?
But I think she'd be content to stay at 4.
How thoughtful.
Happy to stay at 5 and, 6 if I was up for it. That's what
I
think
surely if you get to 6 or 5 or 6, you've got to move out of London. Why haven't you got that in a deal yet?
The birth rate is dropping so significantly. Yeah, so I am the sole reason that care workers are going to be wiping your ass in 20 years' time.
I've already had one just to sort me. I like your ambition for your kids, care workers.
It's a good job. It's a good job.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Let's be honest. The first one's going to be a comedian. His head's fucked already.
Do you reckon?
Do you reckon my kids? Well, you've met him.
I don't think they met him. He's a lovely kid, but there's enough trauma there that he's going to be a comedian.
No, what trauma?
Mum and Dad met on a one-night stand, had me, and then he just had this life.
Yeah,
where he made deals over
So
having
he was
children.
watching like
He's raised them fine.
during
Yeah, he raised them fine, but then he's eventually going to find out that the mum and dad had made deals to make more children, and that's going to just fuck him up a little bit more.
during lockdown. Donnie was awake. That's my eldest son, for the listeners who don't know, and who Rob very kindly got us tickets. Got me and him tickets to the Shrewsbury game, and anyway, he was during lockdown watching me on Twitch on Jesse's iPad, and I was upstairs in my little attic of sadness, doing Twitch
I like that
a
attic.
fucking loser. And
Gotta do something.
And I was up there, and one of the questions on the chat was like, will you ever tell Donnie that he's a mistake? And Donnie watched and went to Jesse, what? I'm not a mistake. I'm not a mistake.
Accident.
And then like he went, would you tell him that I'm not a mistake? And I had to have a conversation with Donnie the next day.
What, I thought you would say via Twitch.
Via
Twitch. Donnie.
Hello.
Via Twitch.
Hello, Donnie. I'm very sorry you've had to find out this way. No, I had to have a chat with him the next day. But I said, listen, like, mistake sounds like such a horrible word, but like
accident.
Well, I it's the best.
I've always known I was an accident.
Just because it's an accident or a mistake doesn't mean it's not the best thing that's ever happened to you.
No, I used to do jokes about it. I used to say, my dad always used to say to me, I was an accident sort of thing, and he never told me directly. What he should do is every year on my birthday, he'd tie flowers to his bedstand. Because that's where the accident
Maybe
happens.
you were planned, but the older and older you got, the more he hated you. And then
No.
I'm going to pretend he was an accident now.
Yeah, I had a weird
I was an accident because there's 10 years between me and my brother and 8 years between me and my sister.
Yeah,
and my dad was 20 when he had me. It's like, there's no denying it. My dad still wanted to get off his cake on pills and that when he had me. So
I had a weird experience where I realised that like my mum told me that I was the second attempt after a miscarriage. Oh. So like, I which is like,
yeah, that's
you weren't even meant to be.
I'm not even the one you wanted.
You were like, oh yeah, we fucked up. So or like it went wrong. So I felt really, oh my god, it wasn't even like meant to. It wasn't even the first choice kind of event that I exist. But then another part of me kind of like imagines myself coming out of my mum and going, "God,
the thing is that when you say like, I think there's loads of people that would have been an accident that aren't a comedian. That's what I mean. I don't think it's got.
Yeah, because they probably haven't been told from the day they were born. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but who does that at the age of 3? You're not screaming at them. What, at the age of 3, screaming?
You just sat down from day one.
No, I think when they get to
like, when
they get to 18 and they realise you've done well, you go, oh yeah, you weren't planned, and it's like,
oh
fine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, listen,
but not from when they're like 4, screaming at them, going,
well, why do you think I'm a comedian?
Because he used to say that to you at 4.
From as young as I can remember, I've always known.
I mean, I respect the way your dad's moved planned. There.
The moment for as far as I'm saying, the whole of my life I've known I wasn't planned.
Right.
My dad's too honest. He was too young. She was too honest. Too honest. Like didn't think. Oh yeah, these sort of things that I'm telling them might impact them later on in life.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things. I'm like, I'll be 45 when Donnie's 18.
It is good. I've got to like say my dad's.
I'll be 44.
That's cool.
I'm 34 now. My dad's 54. So like having a young dad has been quite cool. Like
you were 27 as well.
26.
You were 26 when he was born.
When she was born.
She was born. Sorry.
26.
That is quite
child. 16. That's basically 26 is the new 16.
Oh yeah.
It isn't for me.
Children. When you look back at like how young you were at 26. Like when you see your face, you're like, now the eyes are dark and everything. It's like, oh, that looks like somebody who should be having a child at that age. He looks beaten up. Yeah. But 26, you're like, oh, such a skinny little thing.
Oh man, I was
such a little baby.
Yeah.
I was gorgeous. Sad times.
It happens to us all, mate.
Yeah, but I think it's been quite freeing for me.
What, to have a child so young?
Yeah. Just in terms of be like, oh well, what's it matter now? Like,
well, it's giving your life a purpose. Other things, and like, oh well, this is what I do now. I provide. And I make whatever.
Well, it just takes it does take you outside of yourself. I think you go. You know what I mean?
You do something for someone else now. Nothing in your life.
But it was nice being inside myself. That was quite.
Yeah.
It is quite nice to be inside yourself. Just till 29, 30 would have done. You know,
it's a real end of the innocence experience, isn't it? Where you go, oh no.
But also, I used to think like dads were just like 40 from the jump. They're 40 and they all wear like shirt and ties and they drive a Chiron and everything's like that. And then now I look and I go like, oh Jesus Christ! Like I was saying to you, how I've seen some 35-year-olds behave on a night out.
Yeah,
that a 14-year-old would think this is insane. And you think, oh, some men really do not ever grow up like their dads, and they've not got their shit together at all. It's like, oh wow,
there's lads. Oh, I can't.
Like they're laughing at things that are like. This is
there's
like
lads I can't go on holiday with anymore because it's like I can't be around you people. There's no self-control.
Well, I thought when
they've got no self-control because they're fucking stupid.
They just go and just take all the drugs and just like it's like life doesn't exist anymore. We're all 18 again. There's no consequences to anything. Let's just go and behave.
Yeah, we never grow up. I think, but I think we get more tired and we get and you have to make a decision, don't you? Kind of like what am I going to do now? Yeah. You're going to just go and be a wreck? Or are you going to try and become what's like a decent standard of dad? You're like, all right, I'll try that one. Yeah. But the wreck is always like,
I'll give it a go, but there's always a fallback.
Yeah, there's always that thing. Imagine if I just go, fuck it.
Were you worried everything would just stop, though? Like, the minute your kid came along?
Well, it's just like...
Would you have to just put everything on hold?
Oh, no, I just said I've got to be funny. Like, that's it. I've got to make stand-up. I had no other option.
Or any form of like...
Well, I'd reached the point where I was like...
Like when Alfie said about all your innocence goes, is that like...
Like literally now, right? It's how I used to explain it to you. If I said to you about having a kid...
You're no longer like... You can't just... Nothing is ever just for think. You've got to think about every action now. So like we're podcasting now, and I know in the back of all our heads we're thinking, right, is this okay to be like? Am I okay to say this and the like sort of thing, or like, like what kind?
And I've judged it not, and yet we've still done it.
Oh, so like me,
what?
Like me,
like you, except we're actually so with somebody else.
If you want to imagine what it's like having a kid at your age right now, just imagine now what it's like if you found out you're gonna have a kid in 9 months, how you'd behave. That's exactly how you'd behave.
Okay.
Nothing
will change. However you think it's going to be, it's going to be that way.
I disagree because I don't think you can ever you ever realise just how much there's a sudden sense of right. I've got to sort shit out.
That'd ruin me. That though.
Mm. Also, it's two unplanned and a planned actually on the sofa. So
that's
it's
true.
Perspectives.
I mean, my eyes have been opened there.
I wasn't planned.
No.
You two didn't plan.
Yeah.
My child was very much.
Yeah.
Like my life.
So you've got no excuse if yours turns out fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Mine's a comedian. It's fucking. I've fucked up.
We were
what do you call it?
Children.
Middle class.
What?
It's a middle class baby.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it's a planned baby. It's middle class one. Yeah, because I'm the first. Like I'm the first person. So obviously, two sides of the family. My Scary family, my dad's side. I'm the first one on that side of the family to have a planned child. There's 8 cousins. 3 of them have got families. I'm the only one who's ever like gone. No, we're planning this one. All of the rest of them have had a baby and gone. Oh, let's just.
But there's loads of people.
We're here now. Different partners, different things.
I've got family.
I'm the first one who's
cousins that were like 17, 18 when they had the first.
Yeah.
And that's it. Get married. That's it. And and they've been together ever since.
I'm the first one in the whole family to plant. Like,
wow.
Like so, yeah. So that the thing is, like, say 3 of us.
And you were the broody one as well.
I was the broody. I turned 30, got broody straight away. I turned 30, was like, I want a child. Yeah. Like, I just felt like I was fucking.
Do you want a second?
I was ready. Do I want a second? Yeah, not straight away, but yeah. She doesn't.
Doesn't she?
She just thinks it'd be too hard. I think. Also,
not half.
My lad was premature, wasn't he? So I think she's worried about going through that again.
Shit,
so
right. Having kids that are like dual shit.
Yeah.
Like having 2 kids who are in nappies at the same time.
Yeah.
Like basically, I would try and plan kids. Obviously, I've fucked this up twice now.
You don't plan anything.
No. I'm very. I really let everything happen.
Ad hoc.
There is an extent to which I have let my life happen to me.
Yeah.
He's like me and you. We discussed the other day. Like at some point, you think you go through your childhood, and it might have been a bit traumatic or whatever it was. You think I just want a fucking easy life, so you just let things happen.
Yeah. No, I have let everything. I mean, I love everybody in my life so much. I don't regret anything, but there is a
I love that sentence.
but what
Beautiful
the but?
sentence.
I love everything
Just
in my
the
life.
caveat that
A big fat but.
everything, everything is perfect, and I wouldn't wish it any other way. But
yeah, I mean, it has. So it just happens.
you just can't say it, can you?
So what do you say about kids and dual nappies?
Oh, mate, don't have two kids at the same time. Like the chaotic, like shit inferno of having to, like,
Change one while stop one
one,
killing himself.
it is a nightmare. And also, like, try and get them wiping their own asses as quickly as possible. Like, as soon as I need a poo. I've been woken up. Like, you know how when you wake up, like, and what happens when you wake up informs your day. Yeah. I've woken up with a child whispering into the shell of my ear, "I need a poo," and all of the information that
and you immediately got hard.
Yeah, and I still had the aggro in me from last night.
ASMR, just
Oh, do it in my
I need a
mouth.
poo. Yeah, of course you fucking do. You
You dirty bitch. So do I.
Well, this makes a pleasing.
I can't wait for you to get back from Australia, and then the only sex you have with Jesse is just put an Australian accent on for me, please. So it's just not.
And I'll be tired of it by then. I'll be happy to meet an English person.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Roots, they call it. Then do you want a root? I always find that a bit.
So I'm rooting this guy.
Oh.
And then a Glasgow is at a raid in this guy. What's the scale?
Pump and Scottish, isn't it?
Pump
and raid.
Shagging.
Fucking right. Fucking wrecking this bed.
Yeah.
Come on, Scouse bro.
It's just fucking shagging.
So I was like,
Goosing.
Goosing.
That's it, yeah, goosing.
Goosing this.
See, I'm the Scouser, really, aren't I?
Goosing.
Mum's from Anfield. I know they were there for shagging.
Rattling.
Come to me for your Scouse.
Rattling. No, it's like goosing. I'm trying to think. These cars are getting to me. Don't know I'm going to drive.
Fuck off. Fake Scouser.
Oh, shit, yeah, Jesus.
I'll be fine.
What were you saying then?
He was talking about Jewel, like, being woken up and going,
Lots of shit. Oh, yeah. I like this podcast a lot, actually. It's fucking all over the place.
Oh, yeah, like I said, we're not a show. We are not a show.
We're a guerrilla movement on the podcast scene. That's what we're marketing ourselves on, isn't it? I mean, I'll be honest with you, coming here today, I dread our Patreon episodes because it's just me and you. So, and I used to dread doing these because I used to think an hour and a half, an hour, 2 hours is a long time to talk. But then now we have to do the Patreon as well. This feels like a holiday nowadays. I go, oh my God, there's going to be 2 guests.
Yeah.
And like, this will be easy.
So, you got any plans for children? Like,
I mean, my eyes have
Don't
been
plan
open.
them, bro.
I mean, the three of you
Just
have
leave
kind
it
of
in. Leave it in until it happens. How
Yeah.
old are you?
24.
Perfect age, mate.
right, so, no, but like...
No, but I'm approaching that.
Not with your... Not, I don't necessarily mean with your partner, but have you thought about your life to, like when you might want children?
When you're rich enough to not have to deal with them.
No, because that's what mine did to me.
But that's my dad. That's my dad.
His dad fucked him off, didn't he? So like, he's not going to want to do that to a kid.
But then I got told about the mistake thing early on, and I was like...
So you were like me? You got told,
yeah.
Did your dad just literally leave and never speak or anything?
Yeah, over a game of FIFA.
I know I've heard about that, but they didn't get in touch.
It was 3 lines.
But he literally...
No, but that's the important
What
detail.
age was it? Did he just say, I'm done, and then he never spoke?
4? 2000?
Age 4?
Yeah.
Age 4?
Yeah.
Was it?
And
so,
then he just never got
So
in
were you
touch?
old enough to remember that?
Yeah,
Oh, well,
because
that
I'd
means-
always ask, and he joined the Navy.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he did, because I saw him Pass out? Pass?
Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah. So have you ever spoke to him about it?
Fix you one. Go on, so your dad.
So have you ever spoke to him about it?
Shame he could never show his face again.
I saw him at like a great auntie's funeral.
Yeah.
And he looked like he like looked at him and he went. His look went fucking out. And
I'm glad I left.
No, he bolted off like he left.
Oh, the fucking shit house.
And then because what's his name? Davey Ash.
Yeah.
He did a thing where he messaged his family.
Yeah.
And he got in touch with some long lost family, and he was like, "You should do it. You should do it." And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. Did you watch how his played out first?
Well, it was before that, so I was like, "Oh, it seems like it's going well." And then I went to my mum and was like, "Have you got his email? I've got some questions that I want to ask."
It was BBM.
And I went, "All right." And I went, "Would you like to meet up in the future?" And he went, "I can't see a future where I would like to visit you."
Did he ever give you a justification or anything? Or like?
Yeah, he just went. He, to be fair, in all honesty, the bitterness kind of went away when he said it was something that I wasn't ready for and I didn't know how to cope with it. And I was like,
at least he was honest. Do you know what I mean?
You guys,
At least he was fucking honest with you. Like, you got to not respect that, but at least fucking you've had it.
At least show up.
How old is he?
46, 47.
He
Fucking
would have
hell.
been 22.
Yeah. So yes, younger than me.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But
Don't need him.
Well, it's
It's weird. It is weird the way my wife never known a dad.
Really?
He disappeared like when she was like 6 months old.
Oh, this is me.
And she's got no interest. She's got no interest whatsoever in
See, this makes me feel better now, the fact that I at least stuck around a bit. You know what I mean?
We look fucking great, don't we?
Leather jacket.
Yeah, I'll stick around. I remember the day that Jesse texted me going, by the way, I'm fucking gigging in Derby with Tom Wrigglesworth. And sitting at the back of the room in the shitty student union, getting 3 texts through going, I'm pregnant, it's yours, I'm not having an abortion, it's due October the 10th. I'm calling it BAM. Yeah. And me going, well,
I won't do that new bit I was planning. I'll stick to the old stuff in his set.
And then I've never said this before, but I was in the car with Tom Wrigglesworth on the way home. And
was he the first one to find out?
He was the first ever person I told. And I said,
can't imagine how he'd deal. Oh.
Yeah.
I slept with somebody in January and they just told me they're pregnant, and he went, oh, right. My father-in-law is Chinese, and my brother-in-law was worried it was racist that I asked him if he knew how to make egg fried rice. I just thought he might know how to make it.
That's exactly what you want to hear.
And I went, are you fucking insane? She's pregnant, you maniac. And I just
wouldn't open with it.
He wanted to disentangle this moral dilemma about whether or not it's racist to ask a Chinese person if they know.
But surely that might have put it in a bit of perspective for you to go.
It didn't. She's fucking pregnant. I was going insane. And I went, yeah, she. So it was January. I slept with her, and me and him were basically just talking at each other without responding to what
I love
the other one was saying.
Yeah,
he was. By the end of the car journey, he was really, 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 really sweet, and we had an absolutely lovely time. And he likes vaping.
He does. He does like a vape.
And,
should just like the window open so you can't hear fuck all.
It's so funny that you're just having a conversation where no one's listening to what anyone's saying.
Yeah.
I fucking love them.
It was the closest I've ever got to being on Mock the Week.
When you're just sort of staring at someone going, wait, yeah. I don't know how I go. And then,
right, really?
Back to what I was talking about.
Yeah. That's crazy, that.
Back to my subject.
Anyway, they seem nice tonight, don't they?
So that is, I mean, I think, like, given that and the fact that, I it's heartbreaking.
you got it together though, and it's all worked out fine.
Look at these, just dying to pat each other on the back and just being there.
After listening to your bear's dad and his dad, we feel like fucking David Beckham right now.
Stretching out, going, listen.
Yeah.
Fucking Kid knows my name, doesn't he?
So it was my birthday that Jessie told me that she was pregnant, and she came to meet me on my birthday to actually like break the news. Like the day after I'd just come back from Derby, so I knew, but she came to like talk to me in person about what was going on.
Had you had any form of relationship after the one night stand?
No. I texted her a couple of times. She's not texted me back.
She got ghosted. To be fair though, that is one way to get over me and go, yeah, you can't ghost me, love. You carry my seed.
Exactly.
But if she had any decency, she would have. If she'd have just gone, listen, we're blaming this on someone else, and they're gonna let that young man live his life.
She said to me,
but she didn't.
She said to me on that day, she said, listen, you can be as involved or as like uninvolved as you want to be. Like it's totally up to you.
Nice.
And now, like to this day, when she goes,
ask me that again, please.
Alfie, like, can you do the? Can you put the washing in the tumble dryer? Yeah. I go, I actually don't want to be that involved. That's just
I'm thinking about splitting up.
that's actually, I want to be involved to all extent except putting the washing in the tumble dryer.
Yeah.
That's involved.
I never wanted any of this.
You ghosted me, remember? I would just ignore it.
We go and buy some washing up liquid. I didn't want any of this. I'll be living in a shit old flat on my own.
From time to time, whenever she asks you to do something, just ignore it. And she's like, what are you doing? Just to say that you did to me for 6 months, you fucking psychopath.
She texted me once during that time period, but then I realised that the actual second time that I asked her to meet up, she already knew she was pregnant. So she was fucking weird. So just waiting to like see if she miscarried or whatever
before telling you.
Yeah.
God. Oh.
So she didn't tell anybody. Just busy fucking being all pregnant, throwing up, and recording David Baddiel's sitcom.
Which one's that one?
Can't remember.
Did you shag her before or after Harry Potter?
After.
You said
as
come
one
on,
night stands go.
Yeah.
It's not a bad one.
I mean, if you're going to knock anyone up, you might as well do someone who's been in Harry Potter.
You could have
a decent role in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Someone who can still do Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Oh, Comic-Con. It's a good day out.
What Comic-Con is?
I know it's for fucking gimps, nerds. Sorry if you like Comic-Con.
Why the assumption?
Have you ever been to Comic-Con?
No, I've never been there. No, I never.
Not for me.
Never go. That's the level below. That's like I've done Warhammer, and even like Comic-Con's still below that.
Is there a big culture around like Warhammer? Like, is it a game?
Yeah, it's a lot of people whose dad's fucked off.
Running into the arms of a man with a plaited beard. I'll look after you. Dagger in a sheath in his pocket.
My dad didn't want me, but I've got my own tribe now, so...
Score a goal or roll 10 dice simultaneously.
Wow.
What's it going to be?
That was so brutal.
Just rolling the dice. So when did your dad leave? 6.
Well, wait, I got to 4,
No, 4. No.
Miss a birthday.
Your first roll is when the dad left. 11, is it? 16, you shouldn't even be it.
Yeah, fuck off.
That's a legit age to fuck off at.
When I went there, though, that something happened. Like it was the one by Lime Street, not Lime Street, Liverpool Central.
Yeah.
And the guy generally went, "This will change your life." And I was like, "Okay." It was like £80 for resin. Yeah. You have to fucking glue together. And then whilst we're in there, he was like, "Right, get ready to like enter the orc sphere."
Pedos,
yeah,
pedophiles.
And then
Warhammer.
I don't want to say chavs. I don't want to like stereotype, but 2
Scallies.
Ruffians. Yeah. That walked in and like
chavs
messing around and everything, and he's like, get out now, and then shitting it anyway. You all shag the dice. I was like,
not a bad slam, to be honest.
You fucking dice shagging twat.
It was like
that's funny, that.
The
a dice shagging twat.
The epiphany clicked and went, I can't be in here anymore. I was like, no.
I'm trying to get away from this.
Yeah, I was like, that is not for me, thank you.
Shagging twat.
Use all shag the 4
Do you have
dice.
to paint them yourself?
Yeah, and then you've got to pay for like that.
That's the fun, isn't it?
It's just
Painting, sitting around.
it's a hobby.
Do they
hard
still
on.
exist, Warhammer shops, or they've all been taken over by vape shops?
No, there's one still up in Liverpool. They're all in.
They're in
Why are you looking at me like
No,
I
sorry,
know?
but they're all in like sort of
Libraries.
rurally towns.
Where there's
They're all-
protected species.
They're all in very
Come and watch
unpopulated
the
areas.
Warhammer people of 2022.
I have to confess at this point on the podcast that I am absolutely gasping for a piss.
Oh yeah,
Right, should we call it now?
1 hour 47.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that a pod?
Yeah.
How long do you usually do?
I don't know.
Anything from an hour and a half, we just start waiting for the time to go low.
Yeah.
It's been getting longer and longer, to be honest. I think we're just enjoying being out the house.
I think we enjoy
Like
being
you
at the
say-
house and having guests on.
Yeah, because we've been doing Patreons on the fucking day. Since we've got a Patreon, all these ones with guests on have just been getting longer and longer and longer.
Yeah.
See, I'm only over a piss. See what happens while I'm away.
Go on then. We'll see what we can do. You come back.
I'll help you end the podcast when I come back from my piss.
Excellent.
Okay, great.
I hope it's a good piss as well. It's been an hour 50 and you had 4 beers. No, like I said on the way here, it has been enjoyable doing the.
The Patreon's just you two, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they can.
Me and him
they,
had a load of questions after Patreons.
yeah, but it's nice to gut watch, by the way, just in case. But it's nice.
You
to,
find my you're fine my end. You've been fine my end all.
No, I just like the fact that he's now saying, because I've given him that much shit and we're being a bad friend, I'm not telling me when the gut watch
I
is
would
on.
rather
He's
just-
now just like, he's just saying it randomly now. As if,
Well,
you know when you do your theory test, and you just go, oh, if you just press it every 6 seconds,
Yeah.
that should be enough to get
Yeah,
every hazard.
but you haven't
He's
got
doing
your
that now
ones
for my gut watch. Like,
But
gut watch.
people,
Gut watch.
I I enjoy a fat joke.
Yeah.
I love a fat joke.
Yeah.
Because it's easy, the obvious, and
Yes.
and
It's low
but
hanging. It's low hanging.
it's low
fruit.
hanging fruit.
Or low hanging gut.
Yeah,
you say.
it's low hanging gut. But I don't do them as I think I want to limit myself to maybe one a week because I think I don't want to do overkill. And also, one of the patrons is thinking that it's getting into bullying territory, which it isn't, because you want to be fat shamed.
Yeah,
Have you accepted him on Facebook yet?
It's the other way around.
Oh, you not accepted?
I deleted him on Facebook.
Right. Okay.
Now he won't re-accept me. But I've now cancelled the friend request.
That's. I deleted my mum on Facebook once.
To be honest, I just never get round to it. I message him on WhatsApp and Instagram and all that.
Yeah.
So and I don't use Facebook
dead
really.
medium, innit? Apart
Yeah,
from
it's a
applying
dead
for
medium.
gigs, it's just
You know, you said you deleted your mum on Facebook once. My mum was she shared a meme about stepkids, and I deleted it. Because my sister's got stepkids, so my mum shared a meme about how you can love stepkids like your own and all that bollocks with a minion on it. And then
and that's
I was like, nah, gone.
time
You
to
are
go.
gone. You are gone.
Right.
And I just deleted it. Snopping on
So
everything.
stepkids to you are
stepkids
dead
be
in the
like,
water.
Fuck them stepkids. Fuck them stepkids.
You do, yeah, I love my stepkids just like my real kids with the Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah, the Drake one of like my daughter's stepkids, my son's stepkids.
Yeah.
No, it's like we sit like I've got no problem with the stepkids. It's my mum sharing memes like she's a what the fuck with a
Right.
minion on it.
I've got no
fuck's
problem with
going on?
stepkids.
You-
What's
you-
your view on stepkids?
Well, as a man who has had several brothers and several sisters of all of step, of
Who have you?
the course of my life, or what the weirdest thing for me to experience about having step brothers and sisters is when
Sex.
your parents divorce.
Yeah.
What are they now?
Just someone that you could.
There's just somebody that used to be like
Fucking
that
got your
related
song there. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Also, like I became. So when I was 11, I went to. So when I was at nursery school, I was at nursery school with this girl who lived opposite me. She was my best nursery friend, and then
She a bit of a ting now.
my mum and dad broke up, and my dad started knocking off the mother of my friend, which must have, upon reflection, must have been very exciting.
What, for you or for him?
For him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't exciting for me. I didn't know what was going on. And she had a younger sister who was the same age as my younger brother. So there was the dad and her mum, both same age. There was me and my friend from nursery, both same age. And there was our younger, like my younger brother and her younger sister. So
triple date.
When my dad and her mum got married and she became my stepsister.
Yeah.
And we all lived
Oh,
together.
so they got together then?
It was like Brady. It was exactly like the Brady Bunch.
Gee.
And we lived together. And I had to like now reprogram my brain with the idea that this
Not want to shag your sister.
girl who was literally growing breasts in front of my very eyes, like, oh no, just turn that off. Turn off
how
being
much
horny.
stepsister porn do you watch now?
The normal amount, just 2-3 times a day.
I do like the idea of you in that attic doing it because you're like very well read and all this. Like the idea that he is just at one of the points, he's just there wanking over something on Pornhub, just watching some girl getting fucking railed, go, and then I imagine him sitting there reading books and writing things and picking things out and doing all this stuff, and then at some point of the day, you just knock one out.
Do you think he pauses wanks for force as well?
I don't know. I just like the idea of you in the attic, sort of being all clever and that.
Your idea of me is absolutely charming and wonderful, and I'm really grateful for it. It's so not. I mean, I'm masturbating so much more than I'm reading.
Yeah, you got kicked out of school, don't you?
I don't know. Were you privately educated?
He's not as educated as you think he is.
Right, and then you left because you were a little bit of a rebel.
But I left. I went from a state school to a private school to a. Like, basically, my parents overshot. They went, come on, let's get this kid into this state shit is bollocks. Like, let's get him into a private school. And then, I mean, like, straight from private school, no, this is awful. Special needs school. I went from state to private to special needs. Like, no, this guy's a fucking idiot. Like, he needs to get into a special needs
He's not
school.
bored because it's too easy. It's bored because he's too...
Wasn't it Louis C.K. who said that his mum and dad sent him to the retard camp? I know you can't say that, but that's what the word he used. He said he went to camp as a kid.
Who?
Louis C.K. went to this camp or something. I'm sure he said his mum.
Louis C.K., mate, yes.
Yeah, R.I.P. Mount Rushmore. But
was he Mount Rushmore?
just because he had one bit that just connected with me first ever. But
Yeah, that bit.
that bit, yeah.
Look at me! Don't look at me! Look at me! Don't look at me!
No, but
He's
I'm
the
sure
finest mime wanker in the world.
Yeah, he is good at it.
Yeah. And apparently, according to some women, not just mime.
Yeah. But I'm sure he said he went to like a camp. Then there was like, oh, it's a special needs camp. Like he didn't get onto it until like he's like, oh yeah, this is like a
He
camp.
didn't get onto it. That probably lets you know that you need to be there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So you live with that, right? That's interesting. So you did you have? Was she attractive then? This.
Was she attractive then?
The stepsister.
She's very attractive, yeah.
Right.
Still
speak to her?
Yeah.
What kind of relationship did you have with her, or do you have with her now?
I don't see her as much as I'd like to nowadays.
She going to Australia?
I have thought when I've been about, like, when I've been like in Soho Theatre the other day, I just thought, fuck me, I could just buy you a ticket to Australia.
That's another thing. You could just take someone with you,
Yeah,
shag them for a
yeah,
month,
And then never go back.
never see them again when you come
I
home.
could do that anyway. If that's what I'm going to do. I could just do that. It doesn't even have to be Australia. It could be anywhere. Could take it to fucking
but it's almost nice the way that.
Mozambique or Vancouver. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter,
but it's
does it?
nice the fact that you've got
No,
over
who's
there.
got a
You've cashed
spare
your
room?
chips
Just
in.
never go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be Liverpool.
Oh.
So
what was your relationship like with her then? How long were they together? Did they stay together? Or what?
Yeah, they stay together.
5 years they were together.
So-
no, the marriage was 5 years. So it was about from 11 till 16, and then they broke up. But they were together for a few years before that.
Right. So you had a relationship with this girl as a stepsister for about 7 years, then 8 years.
Yeah.
Right. So when
In that key period as well.
So when you turned 16, did you maintain a relationship after that, or?
Yes, but it was all a bit acrimonious. So, like we all had in the breakup of our parents' demise.
Yeah.
we both took our own parents' side, you know.
Right.
So she thought that, you know, her mum was in the right, and I thought my dad was in the right.
And who was? Now you're looking back. Almost certainly her mum.
I think there are a lot of grey areas. Very interesting thing to.
You sound like you're trying to let Shagger now. But
think
if you see it again at 23,
So is your dad-
you
was your
know
dad
what?
on
There's
the
a lot of
marriage
grey
game then?
areas.
After the
No,
second
my
one.
dad's remarried, and
Oh, has he?
I've got a new stepsister who's now about
How
17
old she?
years old. Yeah,
17?
17.
Yeah. That's a lot harder. That's a lot easier to negotiate, rather.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
I was 23, babysitting her when she was like. Well, no, she was like 7 or 8, and I was babysitting her. Yeah.
Right, that's probably easy. Yeah. I thought you were going to say, like, you just met her now and she's 17. It's like, I don't know.
So you've got how many biological sibs?
1, 2.
Two biological
I've
sibs,
got
and then
one half brother, one real.
So then,
brother.
what do you
No,
consider
so
the
one
step
proper,
one?
well, you got one proper one.
One full brother and one half brother. But my half brother, who you've met, is.
I was at the half one I met.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would not say like you got a half brother. That's like half your blood. That's basic. Being able to delineate on the like with love, like, oh yeah, I don't love you quite as much as I love the one who also has my dad's bits in you.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like, that's just nothing.
Yeah, but you've got 4 kids and you know you've got a favourite, so let's not lie. Let's not pretend you can't DNA love.
Not only have I got a favourite, but almost worse than that, I've got a least favourite.
That's the 5th one.
It actually changes all the time. Same with Liverpool players. I always look at Liverpool players and go, oh,
You're a
he's
real
my
piece
favourite.
of shit, you.
But to be fair,
You're a real piece of shit.
my 4th child is going to be called Becker after the Liverpool goalkeeper Alison Becker, and
It's a he, by the way.
that'll be my favourite child.
Becca Brown.
Another one podcast exclusive.
Becca Brown.
Becca Brown.
Middle name or middle name?
No, Becca Alfred Cave Brown.
Oh, you know the gender.
Oh, are they,
Or gender neutral?
are they both
Gender's a construct.
they're both double barrelled, are they?
No.
Not on this
all
podcast, it
balls.
isn't, mate.
They just, no, they're not. No, Cave is a middle name. Brown is a surname.
Right.
Right. That's a good name. Becca Cave Brown.
I just can't.
I know you need it to be fucking biblical, don't you? Fucking John, Stephen,
No.
fucking whatever.
It's just that my sister's
Judas.
Lucifer.
My sister's called Rebecca, so when I hear Becca, I just think female. That's all.
What about the Liverpool goalkeeper? Did you see his name and go?
It's a surname, isn't it? It's Alison Becker.
What about
Alison Becker.
Raina?
That's 2 female names, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's the most beautiful man in the world.
It's because he's got 2.
Why don't you name it
feminine
just
features.
after like really odd ones, like Bruno Shearer?
I originally wanted to
Bruno
call him
Brown.
Aurelio Gomez.
Bruno Brown
Brown
would
would
be a
great
good
name.
name.
Brown.
Bruno Brown's a great
Bruno
name.
Shearer Brown. That'd be good.
Just call him
Anthony-
Yes.
Anthony Latalic.
He was
Yeah,
alright on
anyway.
Chapman if you stuck with him.
It's going to be a little while till Florent Cinema Pongal Brown comes up.
I don't think Florent Brown's that far away. Mella Brown.
LH Juve Brown. Imagine that you had LH Florence Cinema.
I ain't talking lads. You stop spitting on everybody at all.
The Flim away, son. Pass the Stevie,
Salif
will you?
Jow.
Salif Brown. That's what you should. Your next deal should be right. Any kids after this are getting named after Liverpool players.
That is the deal. He's fucking called Becker.
Florence Cinema Pongo is a good
Yeah.
one. That's it. He was alright.
I think I find it easy to get away with Becker than I do Beck for short. Like the song,
it's
the
a good,
singer.
it's a cool,
Yeah,
quirky
that's cool.
take on Becca. BCKER. I know you're not about that.
I'm not on it. Like, I'm sorry.
You're more traditional
this is
than
my
that.
top-
lad.
this is my
weren't
toxic stance.
Yeah, you weren't. We're White Sox, so
This is my toxic
I wouldn't
stance.
expect you to like Becca.
Becca's a female name.
Becker though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kuno Becker, who played Santiago
Again,
Steady
it's
on,
a
mate.
surname.
in goal.
Steady on.
It's a-
Kuno.
And what about Beck, the male singer-songwriter? I got a devil's haircut in
so,
my
right.
mind.
Is that his first name? Is that his surname?
It's his fucking
That's
name.
his
He's only
name.
got one name.
Singular.
Exactly. So yours is Becca Sutton Cave Brown.
I just think we need to be a bit more broad-minded about this.
I think that's a good name.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Listen,
Smite Sir Thomas.
Vladimir Brown. That'd be a good one. Vlad.
Come on, little Pavel Cerner.
Vegard Brown. Vegard Brown. Oh, love that.
I could do this for another 20 minutes.
You mean 90s goalkeepers? Yeah, me too.
Jersey Brown.
Sander Brown.
I'll just go by positions now.
Pepe
I
Brown.
can do this all day. Right backs.
I was going to say Chris Kirkland. That's just shite, isn't it? Chris Brown. Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Sea Breezy.
Yeah.
Kirk Brown.
Peggy Arfo.
Sammy Brown.
Peggy Brown, yeah.
Yeah,
Peggy
that's
Arfo said.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Kevin Pressman Brown.
Stigging Brown.
Stigging Brown.
Chappie
Right.
Brown. It's a good one. I like
Louis Brown, I like Louis Brown.
Louis. Didribble Brown. That's enough.
Digital Brown.
Jibril Brown.
That's enough.
Digital Brown. Milan Brown.
Milan Brown.
Milan's a cool name.
Yeah, I like Milan.
yeah.
Also, he's a striker who wore the number 5. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't lift his head up ever.
Milan Baros, Milan Jovanovic.
Gut watch.
Really?
Not you, him.
Oh, right. Sorry. The hell? 11 stone there. Christ. Seeping out.
Fucking, I can't. Right, come on, let's call it now. It's 2
We're
hours.
finishing it. Yeah.
Come on, just naming Liverpool players.
Yeah.
With Brown as a
So, what we're going to do on the Patreon now? We've eaten into the first 20 minutes of next week.
Squad Alfie.
Sit here and have a game until someone runs out of Liverpool players and then just move on to City players. You pay £3 to watch that every week, wouldn't you?
Alfie, where you going on tour? Where you going on tour? Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Where can
Well, everywhere.
A pure gym near you.
Look, you can look at the Pure Gym map, and I'm on every single location.
Alfie Brown, Pure Gym.
I've got a great date coming up in Pure Gym, Newton Lee Willows.
After party in the Spoons. Bring your own app.
Bizarrely, all of my after parties, no matter where the tour date is, are all in Huntington's Weatherspoons. I'm going back to Huntington every single time.
Doom bar for days.
I've got a podcast called The Alfie Brown Show, which you might think you might like. You might think it's boring, but there have been various bits of feedback ranging from both of those assessments, and I'm on tour, in the Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and Dublin.
Excellent.
No Amsterdam dates or anything like that.
No, it's much harder to gig in Amsterdam post Brexit.
Double jabbed.
Been boosted, hasn't he? Been boosted.
Been boosted like a fucking sheep.
Yeah, I've not done the booster.
Hence the fleece, bro.
Well enough.
What about
Well
you, bro?
enough now on the strike. Where can we find you?
Not as exciting as that, but James Allen.
You can't find him. He goes missing, doesn't he?
Like his dad.
Like in the WhatsApp.
Any Warhammer.
Yeah.
James Allen 27.
Unless you need
His
him.
mates
in case
can't
he's
find him. That's what I said. Go on. Let's see.
All right, taking turns.
Oh.
Roast both sides. Well done. James Allen 27.
Sorry.
James Allen 27. All handles.
James what? 27. Sorry, you didn't say it very clearly.
James Allen. Sorry.
James Allen.
A-L-L-E-N, not A-N.
Okay, I'm just making sure that they got
Thank
that.
you. Thank you very much.
Been on
if
it 3 times.
If you want to see me, no one's.
You had no followers from it yet.
No, I got tagged in the tweet the other day. Had 5.
It soon come.
If you're in Bradford this Saturday, unlucky you won't be able to see me. So
Where are you in 6 weeks' time?
Because I'm in Sheffield.
You got a gig in 7 weeks.
This is when it comes out.
Comes out about 6 weeks.
Tricked
If you listen to this in 7 weeks' time and thought, oh yeah, I was in when he was supporting Haley Ellis at the Alhambra Theatre in Bradford. Thanks.
Right.
When
This doesn't come out for 7 weeks.
6 weeks.
We work
probably,
hard, mate.
Yeah.
I'll be dead by then.
Got to get some in the bank, haven't we?
I'll be in Glossop in March.
Never know when one of us is going to disappear.
He's advertising his live shows.
then I'm.
Oh, in 6 weeks, my tour will be finished in 6 weeks.
We'll put out there if you want.
Huh?
We'll bump you up the list.
No, please, come on, it's fine. No, in that case, come and see me in Australia. Especially if
Australia.
We do have.
That's where. Do it.
That's it. I mean, this is an awful advertisement for me, really. This is absolutely...
Every time he's got to
Bradford
plug
and
himself.
Glossop, Australia, UK, Dublin.
Have you got a rule?
Bradford and Glossop.
Have you got a
They
rule with
may
your?
be cancelled due to staff getting COVID.
The last one was.
Have you got a rule with your partner that when you go to West Yorkshire, you're allowed to like sneak
Nope.
around? No.
Wherever we go, we always take the good times with us.
Where can we find you, Bobby T?
Just about. Around about. Just put your hand out. I'll pull
Around
over.
about near you.
Put your arm out. I'll pull over.
Tariff 3.
Right, in a bit.
Ta-da.